All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, people in the chat. We are the Real Soundcheck Podcast. We are here every Monday, 9 p.m. UK time, live on Twitch. And you can catch up if you missed the live session on YouTube and Spotify and Mixcloud as well. And don't forget to follow us on the socials, Instagram and Twitter and Facebook as well. All right. Fellas, good evening. Grown Folks Grooves in the building.
Good evening.
Dave Knight.
What's going on?
Salute,
peeps?
sir. We're good.
Salute.
We're good. Mr. Diesel. Butch Cassidy in the building. And the Real Friction.
Yes, sir. Salute.
And of
salute,
course, Buddha. It's a technical.
What
Yes.
Cool
My name
one.
is DJ Croc from One Nation, and as I said, we are the Real Soundcheck Podcast. Gotta say greetings to all the people in the chat. I hope I've got everybody's name so far. Good evening, Kamzi. Excuse me. Good evening, Mitchie Boo. Good evening, Vinyl Sofa. Good evening to Karen James. Good evening, Miss Naturally J. Jacqueline, good evening to you. Good evening to Mad Trini OT.
Mad Trini.
Mad Trini OT.
Mad Trini.
The emote
Big
queen.
up, in it, the emote queen and the OT queen. Big up Melissa Deans in the building as well. Salute to you. Salute to Dazza Got Skills, G-Force Leroy, the Diva Speaks, T-Dot in the building, Melissa Gilly. Also shout out to UK Webboy and a new name, DJ Jamo. Big up DJ Jamo. Welcome in.
Jamo.
All right.
Big DJ from Birmingham.
For real?
Yeah, man. Big DJ
All right.
from Brom. Salute, Jamo.
Salute,
Yeah, man.
salute.
Veteran OG.
Bless up.
General.
Welcome in. Looking forward to everybody contributing to whatever we got to chat about this evening. So we are 7 DJs who just like to bring to you the other side of DJs, the hearts, minds, likes, loves, heartaches, and everything else. When we are not,
7 minds.
when we're not playing music. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of the basic script. This evening, we're going to be talking about AI, artificial intelligence. From what we've been seeing and some of the implications of that. That's a conversation we started from last week. Also going to be talking about situation with American Airlines kicking off 3 black celebrities in like course of like 5 days or something like that. And what's up with that? That's the base spice. It's the base spice.
What's going on, man?
It's
going
got
on,
the
man?
base
What's going on?
spice.
name, you know.
It's the base spice.
Hold on, Butch.
Is it?
Give me a second. Yeah.
But
You're dropping the bay room.
you have to grab the brute, man. With the
Pimento.
rum there.
We need
The
to start
Babe
it right,
Ruth.
man.
We
The
need to
Babe
start
Ruth.
it rum, man. Benjamins.
The bay rum in there, boy.
Yeah, man. Just
It has to be done.
breathe it in, fellas. Breathe it in.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Chest feel clear now.
some milk.
You ready now?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, we're ready.
Are we good now, yeah?
Yeah, man. I'm still waiting. Yo, listen, Benjamins, I'm still waiting for the crate, man. You promised me the crate. It ain't come through yet. What's going on? I need to check with UPS what's going on, man. There's a delay in the
Product
delivery.
placement, man.
I think it's held in customs. I'm still waiting.
All right, artificial intelligence, brothers. We started talking about this last week because, I think it was Friction saw some stuff and he was just kind of like wowed by it, and then we started sharing in the Telegram group, and there's more stuff being shared, and it's like, I don't know, man. There's a lot with this thing. It's a little bit scary to me what can be done with this thing.
Very. Yeah.
Let's start
The future is here.
It's here.
The future, what we thought about as young, and I'm just speaking about us, young men, and what, getting into our computer games, our consoles, our first, keyboard style computer and what it can do, and then watching, I don't know, come on, name all the films that we watched when we were young. And we saw the computers that was doing stuff, even all the way up to Minority Report and different things.
Total Recall.
Even
Even the movie AI, iRobot.
and what's the
Look at
War
Star
Games?
Trek, man. Star Trek, when you're looking at like calling people on your watch.
Yeah.
Smart
Yeah.
watches, you can do that.
Eagle Eye.
You know,
Another one.
war games, so much different
Terminator,
stuff, man.
all them things.
Yeah. Even what's the one when they built the woman out of the
Ex Machina.
No, the old 80s film when they built their own
Weird Science.
with the Weird Science. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, just kick back there and think about that. This is what I'm talking about. We are here. We're here now. This is the first gen. This is the first gen of AI, but I don't know, everyone chime in, man. I've seen some stuff this week alone.
I've been consumed by it, man. This whole week.
I know some of you lot have tested it, so I don't know. Go with experience first. What was your experience like?
So the first two I encountered was, so the first one was ChatGPT, which is basically an AI in the browser where you can type things in there, whether it be questions, you can ask it to write essays for you, emails, you can ask it to, just basically generate content for you. And I think that's, for me, that's the biggest use case that I'm seeing it being used for, is generating content. So you could say, write me an article about how to promote a podcast successfully.
Yes.
And it's just going to go off and do its thing. So this thing it's been trained. I don't know how long the training period was, but it's been trained. It's been fed information up to 2001. Sorry,
yes.
2021.
2021. Yeah.
It's been fed information up until 2021, and it's got access. It hasn't got access to the direct access to the internet, but it's got a database of information from books, libraries,
machine learning,
full of data.
Machine learning, yeah.
And it's also learning, so you can actually train it based on your use case.
Yes.
So, I could feed it with information about a certain customer segment to say, okay, then I want to, produce content for this customer demographic. And I can feed it with that information and then say, write an article that would target this customer segment and make it keyword rich for these search terms and these keywords, and write it in the style of, pick a blogger or pick someone. Let's say Seth Godin is a famous marketer. It's just gonna off it's gonna go, and it's gonna produce an article.
But for those who don't know who Seth Godin is, you can write it in the style of Will Smith. You can write it in the style of, whoever you want. So it's got the cadence and the word phrases that feel and appeal to them as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And then when it gives you back the article, and I'm talking within 20 to 30 seconds, you can then say, okay, I like that. Rewrite it in a more conversational tone, because it sounds a little bit robotic. So rewrite the article in a more conversational, informal tone and voice. It's going to do it again. You could then say, section 1, the opening paragraph sounds a bit, it's lacking some content. Rewrite the opening section and expound on point 1, 2, and 3.
So basically, Pitney ain't gonna go school again. No one ain't gonna go university.
Well, to say that one of the colleges has actually put a statement saying that anything that looks like it's been plagiarized will be disqualified.
Yeah, but is that
plagiarism?
Really plagiarism?
That's
is
the
that
thing.
plagiarism?
Yeah,
It's
not plagiarism.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't think it is, because
No,
if you're
it's not.
telling the you're not telling the
But is it your work?
The thing.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
but
it is.
plagiarism is teething someone else's work and
Yeah.
taking the credit for it. If this AI thing is doing it, it's not necessarily teething anyone else's work, if I'm understanding this correctly, but it's basically doing the work for you. That's like me asking Friction to write my essays for me, and I hand them in, and no one knows that Friction wrote the essay.
Yeah,
Right.
But that's still not your work.
And you rewrite it in your voice.
I know you're saying that plagiarism, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about the work itself. It's not yours.
But
and that's what they're
here
coming.
there's another term, and those who have played with it must have heard it 1,000 times this week. It's called prompting.
Yeah.
And if you do the prompting in your way that you want it to prompt, then you are adding, how can I say, your idea, your identity, the way that sounds like you in it. So in other words, there's a turn of phrase that someone used as well. Explain it like you're talking to a 6-year-old. So in other words, instead of using all the big jargon words, it might break it down in a more coherent understanding to someone who doesn't know. Right. Explain it like redo the paragraph. If we continue with what Friction says, redo the paragraph like you're speaking to a 10-year-old. Right. And then it will literally use words that an average 10-year-old should know and whatever. So that's where you put your essence into it.
UK Web Boy is saying that you can. Sorry, grown folks, go ahead.
As far as the university type stuff goes, when you write a paper, will the AI be able to provide references as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it just-
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously, it's been fed. You could say, write this document and reference in a, what's it called, bibliography, Oxford bibliography style. Reference any quotes, and it's going to do that because it knows the format, it knows the formula.
I like
And
vinyl
like I said,
sofas,
you
bro. I
can
didn't
educate
realise
it. Go on.
Sorry, go on.
No, I'm saying you can train it to do that.
Universities are trying. Vinyl Sofa says universities are trying to find AI to check if it's been done. It's costing a lot. UK Web Boys says that there is a way of checking. It says you can scan it to see if it's real or not.
Yeah, Ian Morlin has a good point. There's a bit of software that universities use at the moment called Turnitin that you run your essays and assignments through it, and then it scours the internet based on, and then it sort of scores your paper against what's out in the internet. And like if you get a score, for example, I remember when I was at the university and I marked a person's paper, run it through Turnitin, and it turned up it was 92% copied. I was like,
So hold on. Did you actually write that paper?
No, I was marking it. It was one of the students handed this paper in, and it was 92% copied, and like it showed you exactly where it was. And if you looked at the paper, it was literally like they took one document that they found somewhere, some obscure paper, and they copied like every other paragraph pretty much, word for word, copy and paste, boom. And it just said, they use this. And when I showed it to her as well, Turnitin said this, they can't argue, do you know what I mean? So I'm guessing Turnitin would have to step up its game in order to be able to detect this. Yeah. But my understanding is, depending on what you put into it, you're going to get different results. So say, for example, somebody just, you know what I mean? So it's very hard to detect, I would have thought. Very hard to detect.
Exactly. That's asking, did you fail her?
Yeah, she had to do that shit again, man. 2 teeth. That's teeth, mate. If you're gonna be a thief, man, be a good thief. You know what I mean?
I look at these things though, like
92%.
The default response from most education establishments is we need to ban this or we need to govern it, rather than embracing it and saying, how can we? This is the future. This is now. This is technology now. How can we? Adjust our approach to educating these young people that are going to grow up in a society where this is normal. How can we embrace this and teach them how to use this thing, but still use their own minds? Rather than just saying, no, it's bad.
Yeah, because even if you ban someone for it for 4 years, as soon as they finish work might make them be reliable on it to use it as part of the techniques for a company. So
at my workplace, we've got a Slack channel specifically dedicated to ChatGPT, and it's encouraged. How could we use this for in our day-to-day work?
To level up the work.
100%.
And
100%.
people are posting, I tried this, I tried it with that, I've done this but it didn't work, I've done that but it did work, this is a great use case. And people are just building, and it's like we're trying to embrace technology to better what we do.
And that's the other side of this AI thing. All those what would they call themselves? Marketers, online marketers. I'll write your blog for you, or I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you. It's going to be a bidding war out there. It's going to be nuts out there. It's going to. Some people are going to win. Some people are going to lose. If you're not up to date with what you're doing, it's just
you have to embrace
wild.
it. I think it's something that's going to be embedded in everything in some sort of in some flavour or another. For example, if you look at my sort of 9 to 5, when you look at radiotherapy, but you also look at radiology when people are taking X-rays and CT scans and MRIs. One of the big sort of bottlenecks for that is that a patient will go and have a scan done. So they've got some condition, they'll have a scan. But what they're having now, they're using machine learning AI to actually report on the scan. So the AI will review the scan and spot any anomalies in the scan and say, have a look at this. So the radiologist will just look at the ones that look a bit suspect. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is already in the NHS. It's already here. That's already here, mate. Wow. So, there was a big uproar about it, and there was a big sort of conversation. There's a lot of papers out about whether somebody would trust a radiologist to check their thing or a machine to check it. But the fact remains that a machine can check 24 hours a day and rinse through infinite number of patients, while a radiologist needs a high res screen. They need the light to be a certain level. They don't have to argue with the family before they come down here. Do you know what I mean? And be stressed on the way down, and then they miss something. A machine's not going to do that.
Even in that case,
let's not forget the fact that you haven't got to pay the machine.
True.
Well, this is it. But then also,
which is probably the biggest factor in it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it save the radiologist time? So in other words, the machine will pick out 3 points that look suspect, and then at least the radiologist can go straight to those 3 points instead of having a scan and then be the backup, the double to it, and not waste time. But anyway, as I say, it's all theory. Ian Morlin, I'm telling you, it was. That's a long one.
Yeah, it's a good point what Ian's raised.
Yeah,
There was one earlier as well. I mean, it's worthwhile just mentioning what G4 says about there's a difference between machine learning and AI. So far, we're talking about machine learning. I'm not fully 100% in terms of the difference. I probably couldn't describe the difference between the two. I sort of see them as hand in hand.
G-Force, what would you say is the difference between the two G-Force?
Yeah.
Let us know.
What did you ask? Sorry, I missed the question.
So it's basically saying that there's a difference between machine learning and AI, and what we're discussing at the moment is machine learning rather than artificial intelligence.
Yeah, AI is like a blanket term for the whole thing. There's like machine learning, neural networks, all this different business. But AI is like a blanket expression to sort of describe all of them. Everything comes underneath that umbrella.
There's a Google definition.
Do you want a question for you guys? So we know about AI, we know about machine learning, or however you want to phrase it. If you sit back and think about it, where will this put the human race in, say, 50 or 100 years if we start to becoming more dependent on it?
Well, this is the negative side of things.
Yeah.
Because,
Is it negative? That's the question.
Well, no, I mean, this is what some people, even what was your first words? It looks like it's going to come and take over and that could be negative. But even though we're having a discussion about it, I think it's good to have those negative things because, you've got to look at the worst case scenario and the good case scenario. I think that yes, we are, this is the thing that I also want to put into it. We are teaching the machine how to think like us.
Yeah.
No,
Whether or not you like it or not, as soon as you touch that keyboard and say, I want you to, can you help me write this thing? We are teaching that machine how to think like us and give us the how can I say, the answers, so to speak. Yeah. But to me, good and bad is going to be there throughout.
Yeah. So maybe the difference. Go ahead, John, folks.
In our Telegram, I believe one of you guys put in something that showed the evolution that AI thought we would go through if we continued down that path.
Yeah, that was scary. That was scary.
That's the scary part.
That's the scary.
It's taking the information that it already has about the human race and evolution, and then added in what it thought would happen if we.
It was a visualization of the human race from Neanderthal all the way through to when AI is accepted, and it basically went from a Neanderthal to like old Roman times, then into what we call ourselves now, Homo sapien human, so forth. Then at one point it was half a face of a robot with half a face of a human, then a hand of a robot, and then a full mechanoid body, until you're fully integrated into the wires and you don't exist. But that's what the AI chose to show as a representation.
Which isn't too far from what's actually happening. You got Neuralink, which is going to connect directly to the brain. You've got prosthetic limbs, which are now moving already your mind already.
Yep.
You've got organizations who want to basically become immortal, so they want to take. I'm not sure necessarily going to go the transcendence route, which is consciousness being stored and downloaded into something that can then be uploaded to a body.
Yes.
They might just put it into a machine, and your spinal cord and brain maybe gets attached to the machine.
Wow. Yes.
It's a bit of a minefield.
I think the other points. Go on, Deez.
No, I was just gonna say that's a lot of films at the moment.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis. What's the hosting one that he done? One with the bodies, and they're all at home. And
Surrogates.
Yep.
Yeah.
Surrogates.
That is crazy.
That movie there.
One of the discussion points was they're talking about putting it behind a paywall, so you basically have to subscribe to access it. And the concern there is that it's going to push poor people into a society where they haven't got access to this technology, and those that have it, they're just moving fast.
Yeah, they're just
and those that
moving,
can't afford to subscribe to a service like that, they're just left behind.
That's the norm as well.
Towards anyway.
But that's already happening with other things. It's already happening with other things. So
because the fact that all this stuff is free to access now, all it's doing is taking all the data and learning from it.
exactly what I was
That's
saying.
all it's doing.
That's
Crowdsourced
exactly what it's
research.
doing.
Yeah. They want us to train the machine for them to make it better to then sell it back to us.
I've had this conversation. I've had this conversation with other friends, but you look at the PlayStation 1, everyone must have used it, complained about it. You know, like when you ring up the hotline, my thing's not working, this is not working, this ain't loading, this is not working, Then they sorted out all the bugs, PlayStation 2.
That's it.
The same thing again, but now we're connected to the internet on PlayStation 2 and you can do stuff. Oh, we're just updating. We're not updating. You're taking all my triggers, everything I've done, all the downloads and everything, and learning PlayStation 3. You know what I mean?
So then, where's the differentiation? Well, there probably is differentiation in my head in terms of what a machine's learning and then bringing back to you, and actual AI, which is thinking for itself and developing things on its own. So there was 2 versions of a game that was played. I think I can't remember the name of the game. It's a Korean game, I think it was. And they got the AI to learn how to play the game. It started to learn to play the game on its own. Then it beat the #1 in the world. Then they made another AI.
Chess?
It was chess.
It wasn't. There might have been a chess one, but this one was some game with marbles, I think. That you put in black and white.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And then they made a second version, and the second version beat the first version 100 times in a row.
Wow.
And this is again, they just said give it a few instructions, and it went to learn on its own. So that's probably the differentiation between AI and the machine learning.
I swear, I didn't see it in the movie. I swear, and then one of the robots started getting wicked. What was it? And started swearing and everything else. So they had 2 AI. They had 2 AI robots trying to conversate with each other, and hatred and malice and racism and everything came out of one of the robots.
Racist AI. Raw.
Yeah.
I think there's been quite a few films like this. There was
Racist.
in Aliens. There was.
I get away from it.
But you will pick up on that.
Imagine the robot you're black. Yo!
Sharp on my racism, man.
Imagine that. Oh my days.
You chrome
So
self.
stick. That'd be twice as stick.
Your mother was a BBC Micro. Your mother was an N64.
Your mama.
Your mum was a Murphy
Your mum was a
microwave.
Spectrum.
Yes,
Spectrum 1 to 8K.
your daddy's a Dyson.
Your mama. Nah,
I think that's where it gets scary as well. Where it starts to train itself and learn for itself, that's where it gets scary, because someone mentioned about working in IT. Now, obviously, I work with coders and developers and that. They're already using it to generate initial code, and then they'll go on and like write the proper code, but they'll use that just to initiate the first few lines of code and whatever. Now, you imagine a piece of AI that can start writing code that can improve itself. Like the AI begins to recognize its limitations. It's like, hold on, I can write code, and I know my code, and I can now create code to improve myself, and I don't need you no more.
For real.
And it just starts creating itself and creating itself, and getting to a point where it's like, and then you imagine
what's that phrase called? It's sentient. Yeah. It like recognizes actually.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
I don't need you.
Sentient. Yeah. That's when it's dangerous. I don't think we're there.
When you start adding what's it called? Quantum computing to that, it's gone. Quantum computing is just a whole.
It is a next level and next speed and next. Well, this is the iRobot thing with Vicky and iRobot.
Isn't it?
This is what happened. This is what she did. And what other film was it done in? Where the robot learned itself. Oh, there was another one. It'll come to me.
Actualization. That's it.
Oh, is that what it's called? Actualization.
Because interestingly, Ex Machina was in part. It showed the Turing test, And the Turing test apparently is when you can't differentiate between the robot's speech or actions and the human speech and actions. So in that, I think if you haven't seen the film, great film to watch, but I'm not going to give it away. But yeah,
good film.
What's it called?
Definitely. Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
Machina.
Okay.
Machina.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Or in layman's term, Machina.
Machina.
Yeah.
Machina, you know. See it there? Yeah. I mean, at work, I've just set up a machine learning bit of software that does sort of contouring of CT scans. And so what it does, there was a model that the company gave to us, and then I just implemented it and got it working with the kit that we've got. But basically, the model's been trained on like hundreds of different patients to recognize what the limits of certain organs inside the patient are. So it will say, okay, that's the patient's bowel, that's the patient's heart, that's the patient's lungs, that's the patient's whatever. And it will contour and recognize it on each CT scan. So before, people would have to do that manually, and it would take them, like contouring bowel, it'd take you hours, man. Do you know what I mean? Take you like an hour and a half or something to contour it. When this thing does it in like 3 minutes. Wow. Do you know what I mean? And it'll do it accurately and the same each time. You know what I mean? Yeah. But the staff still need to be trained to spot when it F's up. You know what I mean? Even though this is all like singing and dancing, you still need to be able to spot when it makes a mistake before you pass it on to the doctor to do their bit. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a paradigm shift in how you're thinking to, rather than doing that thing yourself, you still got to be on point to be able to spot where it messes up. Because it's right like 80-90% of the time, but that 10% can be completely wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you're the patient that gets the 10%, it's a problem.
Yeah, man, you fart.
Yeah. You know? and that's it. Technology assisting us. You know, that's what that is. You're still having to step in and intervene in terms of spotting the things that it does wrong.
Yeah,
I think there's the film.
Go on, Dave. Finish.
So, I was gonna say the film Elysium.
Yes,
had that machine that scanned the body.
Scanned the whole body.
Told you
where what's broken.
And if that machine is, expanded on, then we'll have that. And whether or not it'll be available to everyone is another thing.
Which it wasn't in the film. It was only certain people.
Everybody.
Exactly that.
Yeah. I mean, they've already made that decision when they started coming up with taste the difference food and all of that. Everybody's not going to have access to everything.
I think like it's been an interesting conversation, and I think I'm interested to know the views of the people in the chat, whether or not, say for example, they feel for the most part that AI will be a force for good or more of a negative force in the world going forward. But I think personally I feel that on the one hand, I feel like as with most things, it's not really about the thing itself. It's more about how we utilize it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be technology, religion, or whatever, people will take these things and they will use them for whatever means they want. You know what I mean? So it can be used as a force for good, and it can be used as a force for bad, depending on who's wielding the thing. Do you know what I mean? So the companies that are making these things, I think that maybe concerns me more. What's their motive? You know what I'm saying? Because
the thing is, a lot of this stuff is open source as well, or at least it was, to get hold of the models to be able to train things and do things and make things yourself. You just have to dedicate the time to really go deep in and go down a proper hole to sort of learn. You know what I mean? Because some people have been on this, because I mean, in radiotherapy and medicine, there's people for the last probably about 5 years or so. There was various working groups working on it solid, and just now you're starting to see a lot of things come off from it, branch off from it. You know what I mean? But like the radiology thing, like the reporting of CT scans, that was a big thing from it. The contouring, a lot of companies doing that privately now and making their money, like sort of private companies making that from machine learning bits of software. I
heard a whisper and watched on the internet that universal credit is going to be automated, if you understand what I mean, in that way. So in other words, like what they've done in China already, which is you're issued a certain amount of credit. Score. Yeah, you have a social score. You're issued a certain amount of credits. You have to do certain things in your community to build up your score. Then you're issued with the credit, and then your credit is basically dissolvable. So you have to use that amount of credit before a certain amount of time, and then you're only allowed to use. Yeah, it expires. You have to go to the shop on a certain day and use a certain amount of credits. If you don't in that line, then you can't use your credits again.
I think this is why a lot of people are trying to escape these systems.
But you can't. You
well, there are some would say differently, because I know there are plenty of people who have this aspiration to live outside of the system. Right, so whether that means you don't have technology around you, basic technology around you, and you warm up your food and everything pon pot, pon fire, and all them kind of thing there, they just don't have the kind of basic utilities and luxuries that we take for granted. And there are a lot of people prepared to do that. A lot of people actively seeking to do that. And I'm saying that I think this is one of the reasons why, because they don't want to be hooked into, they don't want those strings attached to them in such a system.
And I think that is if you are okay to do that, go for it. But there will always be a satellite over your head looking at the heat source that you have in your house, knowing where you are. So you can go as off grid as you want, but they know exactly where you are, what you're doing, and if they want to find you, they can find you. So go for it.
With your phone, with
go
whatever
for it.
else.
Go for it.
I just wanted to bring it back home as well, just bring it close to home. So with the AI, you imagine, like you look at, we all play music off laptops, when we all use devices that are electronic. It's going to get to a point where you can type into a system, create a DJ set in the style of, Jazzy Jeff and DJ Craze with the scratching ability of DJ Qbert, and play it as though you're playing at Ministry of Sound.
That is scary.
Yeah.
Now clubs, you imagine clubs, rather than paying a man £400, £300 to play the set for the night, you can just go, boom. This is my target audience. This is, this is the set we want. Boom, and it needs to be a 4-hour set.
But what you won't get is live interaction.
Yeah,
I think that's what people crave.
Yeah,
that's what makes it.
But you can see where it could go.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of if you want to put some stuff on Mixcloud or you want to do a mix on YouTube and you want to make money off of that, definitely.
Yeah.
But in terms of the live experience, I think that's what. Go ahead.
But there's also there's also that side of it that we shared in the group, which is how to enhance little things like pictures and build stuff and art and making money. Some people are side hustle, making money, increasing, helping other people who might not be computer literate and helping them. I think it will help those who are not good at typing full paragraphs and sentences and stuff like that. Yeah. I think it will help out in that sense. Yeah. I think there's loads of things, because it doesn't just do one thing. It does a lot of things. You could actually ask it to write you a workout plan. When I saw that as well, I thought, wait a minute. It literally said, do 10 times 12 burpees, plus do this, plus do bench press, da-da-da-da-da-da. You might not need a PT to do it, but you might not have the money to, but you might have the internet and it will give you a workout plan.
I think this goes back to the point that I was making before, which is the thing is the thing. And it really comes down to people's usage of it. Some people are going to use it for all those things you're talking about now for good things, and there are others who are going to use it for very bad things. So I don't. There's no reason to fear the good things.
It's like a knife.
The fear is the other things. You know what I mean? And we've had plenty of examples of how this might play out. I mean, obviously we'll have to wait and see. But we've had plenty of, people always say that when something new is being introduced, they will test it out in the film first. And there's bare films of these we can talk about already. Enough films that with this kind of theory of AI in the future, technology taking over the humans, or all the risks, the risks associated with that.
But they said that with camera phones. Can you remember when camera phones first come out? They're watching you. Don't buy a camera phone. Don't switch over. It's got a camera in it. They're watching you. Look now, everybody's like this.
Yeah, but
but what they said is true. But what they said is true. What they said is true. People can watch you through them same way.
But as I said, I was just gonna say it's just like the invention of the knife. Was it made for a good thing to help you survive, but it can be used for a bad thing to kill.
Yeah, like everything. Same with religion. Same with religion. Same with so many other things that we could technology or whatever. You know what I mean? So I think this is going to be basically yes. Basically yes. So we'll see how the hearts of people are gonna continue to develop this. Yeah. Final point today before we got to move on.
No. Well, I got too many points I guess I could touch on. I was only going to mention an idea that I've just had. But, okay. So I think in terms of the AI and the Turing test going forward, I'm wondering what's going to happen in the future when they merge the robots, like we've seen with Boston Dynamics, and AI that has learned how to relate to people. We might end up with that situation in the series Humans, where people start to have genuine connections with robots and whatnot.
Yes.
And how's that going to affect people in terms of, you've got someone who you're arguing with and you just go and turn to Robot's always appeasing you. Robots always knows what to say. It's going to be
have you seen that? Yeah, have you seen that series Westworld?
Westworld
remake of that.
Yeah,
that's dope. Yeah,
I think even before you get to that deep take, I think just us as bringing it back to us here as DJs, right? So most of us are coming from cassette tape days to mini disc, CD, vinyl, mini disc, CD, now to MP3s, laptops, and streaming, and God knows whatever else, right? So as the technology has developed, although we might have cursed it originally and been against it originally, we're all there now. Except for Dave Knight. Except for Dave Knight.
Yeah, TDK 90.
Hold on,
D90,
stay there.
D90,
Stay there.
Oh,
big,
don't lie.
Big.
Yeah.
I ain't seen one of those in years.
Start the thing. Yeah, man, fold it up, son.
Yeah, that's real.
There you
That's
go.
real.
We're coming from that, right? We're coming from that. But I, for one, I've always resisted technology, and maybe that's partly because, like G4 says, something about change. Most humans don't like change, which I agree with. It brings discomfort. Change brings discomfort because you're stepping out of your comfort zone. But I have always resisted technology. Even mobile phones I resisted, and now I've always found myself having to succumb to the technology, and now to an extent I am a slave to the technology. You know what I mean? I feel like I can't do without my phone because life would just be so long, because I become so dependent on that blasted thing. I'll be lost without it. My laptop, I am so dependent on my laptop for my work and other things. I'm dependent on it. Now most of my new music is on the laptop. So if I had to go and play vinyl now, I've only got like a certain number of tunes that I can draw from. Do you understand? So every resistance is the technology has kind of won me over, and I'm being like dragged along further and further down the line with this tech. So I'm just wondering, although we're having this conversation now, where were we going to be in like 5 years, 10 years time? You know what I mean?
I just think it's a good thing to try things out if you're interested. That's all it is. I just think there is that fine line. If you are skeptical or I'm worried or a little bit worried or whatever, then yes, be cautious. But us as here, I hope you all agree, we can't throw one way or the other. We have to stay in the middle. We're not telling anyone to do anything. But what we would say is, if you're going to try it, be careful. That's it. Just you make sure you do your research, your own research. Make sure you back it up with proper homework and understand what you're getting yourself into, and how to protect yourself, and go for it. Embrace the future.
Daz is asking the questions. So has technology restricted you or enhanced you then? And I think we should end on this because time is ticking and we got other things to run through this evening. So fellas, how would you say? Do you think technology has restricted you or enhanced you?
Enhanced,
I would say.
I'd say
enhanced.
I'm a geek. I love tech.
Enhanced, man.
It's definitely enhanced, but I mean, it depends on what aspects in particular you're talking about. You know what I mean? In terms of DJing, it's definitely enhanced, but at the same time, maybe we could, if we want to, carry 7 record boxes into a venue, you know what I mean, to kind of compare, but we're not going to do that, are we? It's easier to just pick up your laptop and run with it. So, yeah, it depends on what aspects.
I think it has enhanced in a lot of areas. I think it's probably taken away some things that we don't even realize. How many people have really tested out their memory since all this new technology?
Yeah, man.
Phone numbers.
Yes, mate.
What?
We were talking about it the other day.
Do you remember when you could remember all like the top 10 numbers you needed to ring? You could
Yes.
remember them off your head.
Every
Now?
single one.
I know 2 phone numbers.
About
mine
3. Yeah.
And my wife's. And that's
Yeah.
I still remember the phone
Straight.
number from. I met my wife like we've been together 28 years. I remember the phone number she gave me when
That
I
deserves
called
a bum, right?
her yard.
Do you know what? Frick, I remember my original phone number
At your house.
in my yard. Yeah, when- my parents' yard.
743-836. Yeah.
I remember the
my
number.
first phone number when I was a little kid.
Straight.
925-4643.
I haven't changed my number since 1-to-1 Motorola Flare. So same number.
I knew
it's a
all of
good
my
point.
friends.
956.
Yeah.
It's a good point that grown folks raises though. There are in some ways it's enhanced us, and in other ways it has not. It has spoilt us. You know what I'm saying?
If you lose your phone, how many people could you phone? If you
I
lost
could
your
phone
phone,
myself.
and he says, "Yo, bro, let me borrow your phone to phone someone." You're gonna get the phone and do what? Like, hold on. I know one number.
Yeah, man.
My wife
You have to go on Facebook and message them and go, yo.
It's true.
And I've had to do that. If I've gone
had to
out
do
without
that.
my phone, I've had to
support.
find myself on someone or a computer or
No,
something
no.
to WhatsApp them or Facebook message them or something like that to
It's true.
communicate with someone because I don't remember numbers. So I think
had
it's a good point.
Yeah,
You know,
I had to do that one night. My phone died while I was out, and I had to borrow somebody's phone. I knew one number, and that was my wife's number. I ain't know nobody else's number.
but then there's the next thing. Phone box not really exist again.
Who's stepping in the phone
I'm
box and
saying,
putting that to
he
your
was put
head?
by your face.
You're gonna put that thing by
Anyway.
your face,
No,
man.
sir.
Are you mad?
That's how
You know what? All
couldn't
types of
imagine.
disgusting nastiness is
You
going
put it
on
by your
there.
face like this.
Bob, you have to go clinic. You have to go clinic the next day.
Yeah, man. You need a tetanus shot, mate. You need a tetanus shot.
Jamal's raised a point there about remembering your house number. That's a quick question. Who
Yes.
has a landline in their house?
Yes.
Don't use it though.
I ain't got a
Got a
landline.
Yeah, I've got a landline. We don't use it. We don't use it.
Same
You've got a landline with your
I don't think we
internet.
charge the
We
phone.
use
We've
it
got a
for the
landline
internet
because
and
it's
Yeah, you're
cheaper.
right.
You've
Yeah.
got it, but you don't use it.
just don't
No
use
one
it.
does.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't even know my house number.
Neither do I.
No, I don't either.
It's mad,
I don't
isn't
know
it?
mine.
It's mad.
I haven't even got a
It's mad.
landline phone in my house.
No landline phone.
Just the socket, innit?
Just the socket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Me
But like
too.
I said, it comes with the internet, but it's redundant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah.
Me too. All right, fellas, I'm gonna have to draw this one to a close because
Crazy.
it is 10 to 10. Believe it or not, we've been on this
Wow.
for nearly an hour, and we've still got other
That's
things
good.
to go on with. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have an update from
Newsflash.
the Bergerac. The Bergerac
Bergerac.
lyrics,
Bergerac.
Bergerac.
lyrics
Bergerac.
challenge that was started
You lot are
by
being- you lot are
Vinyl
being
Sofa.
polite.
Vinyl Sofa came up with the Bergerac flip idea, which has now taken on another life
Bare
of
legs.
its own.
Bare
So
legs.
we have an update. Everybody
As
has
the
now
soundcheck.
submitted their lyrics. Oh my God! Everybody, Friction will confirm. Everyone has submitted their lyrics.
Do you know how long I've been waiting for this?
Yo, New York.
All
So
day.
we are going to be ending. We are going to be
Chokehold.
ending today's podcast by playing the tune. All right, so stick
World
around.
premiere.
Stick around. It will be a world premiere. All right?
Soundcheck Dubplate business.
Yes. Yes. But in the meantime, let's
A
move on.
podcast with a dubplate. That's just
Innit?
nuts. It's nuts.
Let's move on. All right. So, American Airlines. What's up with them? Because apparently we've had 3 black celebs kicked
they
off
keep
American
playing with Talib,
Airlines in 5 days or something like that. Is this a regular thing with Talib, or is this random?
I think this is like the 3rd time it's happened with him, isn't it?
Is
On
it?
American Airlines or on flights in general?
I'm not sure if it's all American Airlines or not, but I've heard about it happening like quite a lot recently, actually. So
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what airline though.
Who were the other two that got kicked off?
The other one was Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
Who is?
He's a
American
football player. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the third one was Sprinter?
Sprinter. Is it Sha'Carri Richardson?
Yeah.
Right.
Sha'Carri Richardson. Yeah, American 100 meters and 200 meters sprinter.
Right. So is this doing
All on the same airline.
All on American Airlines?
Yeah. Yeah. Within a small window of time, like you said, about 5 to 7 days.
What do you think that's about?
I mean, what's the commonality here?
Yeah,
they're all black, high profile. Well, I'll say high profile. They're all black celebrities. People in positions
public eye.
of
Influence.
in the public eye. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But having said that, Talib never mentioned who he was. He never tried to use his celebrity. He
No,
never
he
mentioned
didn't.
any of that. He was just
didn't.
as calm as could be. So I think the black part definitely that.
Well, yeah, you just said that, and I just did a quick fact check because I didn't want anyone else to say, "Oh, you men are chatting." There is a good couple lawsuits that are going on now from 2020, 2016, 2017 about black people and American Airlines. So it seems to be a thing.
Wow.
A thing. Passenger said a black man was told to get off. Phoenix bound fight. Black woman. Yeah, it's if you just Google black people taking off plane in American Airlines, you've got a page full at least. 2020, 2017. Yep, 2019. What was it like to fly as a black traveler? Someone's put it there. 2 days ago, African American man sues American Airlines for racial discrimination, being removed from the plane following an altercation with a flight attendant. 2 days ago.
So it sounds like it's an American Airlines thing.
It sounds like it's an American Airlines thing.
I think the issue as well is the flight attendants have been empowered to the point where all they have to say is, "I'm not comfortable with that person.
I feel threatened.
No matter what the
that's
incident is." So with Talib Kweli, if you go on his Instagram and watch the video, you will see at no point does he raise his voice. At no point does he come across threatening. Even the issue that they initially stepped to him with was resolvable because all it was about his bag. He had a bag he was bringing on board, and the guy stepped to him in a way that was condescending and kind of, disrespectful to say, "Yo, you can't come in with that bag." And he's saying
2 small bags as well, weren't it?
And he was saying like the bag can fold down. The bag is to bring on a plane, but he just never folded it down at the time. He was going to fold it down when he come to put it up, but when he was coming on the plane, he never folded it down because he didn't want to crush up the hats. So he's saying the way he stepped to me is like, let's just see how this runs out. Let's let this run its course because I know I can fold the bag down and put it up there. It's not a problem. But the way you've stepped to me, he's like, straight away, you can't come on with that. But he's gone through baggage, he's gone through all, customs and security and everything to get to that point. Yeah, exactly. Somebody would have said, if that was an issue, they would have said from early out, you can't come on with that. Do you get what I'm saying? And like I said, the way he dealt with him, it was resolvable. But because he said, I feel threatened because of that man there, the plane is not taking off.
I heard, I'm not sure if it's true, I heard that they actually took everybody off the plane just to get security on to get him off. So I'm not sure if that was right. But
just painted him the bad guy straight away.
Yeah. I don't know if
so
that's
all
true.
of you lot, none of you lot are flying because this guy here has been
basically.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing
That's
to
a
keep
bad
in mind,
situation.
especially with Talib Kweli, is he is very, very vocal. Like, he doesn't hold his tongue for no one. Do you get what I'm saying? If he sees an issue, especially an issue of racism, he will point it out and he will call them, "Yo, yeah, Nazi, you're a racist, you this and that." He will tell them straight what it is and not hold his tongue. And I think some of those people may be aware or familiar of who he is and say, "You know what? That's my man. Yeah, let's deal with him. Let's give him a little, a little."
I've just scanned the story from 2 days ago. Basically, what's happened is a gentleman's got on the plane. He was, again, as you were saying your story, Friction, exactly what I was reading. He's in the gangway and he was trying to put his things in the overhead department. Another passenger has come in to sit down. So he's been approached by the attendant The attendant said, please sit down. And he goes, but wait a minute, I'm just sorting this out. Please sit down. He turns around and says, well, can you give me a minute? I just need to sort this out. And then the person that was coming in to sit in the inner seat, because I think he was on the outside seat, drops their bag. Do you get what I'm saying? So he's helping them pick it up, and they're having a go at him for blocking the gangway. And then it turns out into a big palaver and so forth. So, and then it just boils over into a big argument. And then, like you said, and everyone said, they want to trigger it. Oh, you're causing a disturbance. We don't want you on. Get off. You're being angry. You're being, yeah. And that's it. It just, so the NAACP and a couple of other people are looking into this in a very different way, because it seems to be a continuous thing.
People didn't have video evidence back when it might have been happening even more now. So it's one of them things we just talk about, technology helping these days.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, police were beating up people way before camera phones, man. You know what I mean?
Real talk. All right, interesting one for anybody who's thinking of booking an American Airlines flight anytime soon.
And has anyone ever experienced anything sort of untowards when taking a flight?
Yes.
Personally?
Oh, once, yeah.
Go on.
No, it's just I was going to America actually with my brother and my daughter and my nephew. And simply, my brother has a Muslim surname, you know, those ones. So straight out the line, we all got called out.
Random search, was it, bruv?
Random.
Random.
Yeah, how it goes, yeah. But
I always get random search. Every single time I get randomly searched.
Yeah. Then it
Trust
happened
me.
when we got to America. It happened the second time. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So went through that the second time. On the way back, it was like nothing. It was kind of like get out of the country kind of thing, and straight through.
Yeah.
But on the way out, that wasn't the one at all.
Yeah,
One time
I
I
get a
flew-
random search coming through, man. And you know when they sort of they do that swab thing on the sole of your shoes to see if you've got any. You know what I mean? I'm like, Ross.
Oh, like
Yeah, we're just going to
walked-
randomly search you, sir. You know what I mean? We're just going to.
What, no one else?
Again.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
walk through the cocaine before you got to the airport.
Yeah. And the C4. You know what I mean?
Stopped on it before I got on the plane.
Yeah, man. Moonwalked on it.
Yeah, I've had that random search twice. That's for some reason. I normally don't take connecting flights, but I took a connecting flight and I got a random searched twice on the journey, the same journey.
Crazy.
Random.
That's deep. Twice on the same journey.
Yeah, randomly.
Yeah, randomly. Yeah.
You should have put some money on the lottery, mate. Because you know what I mean? Yeah.
Chances of that.
Don't stand by him when lightning strikes.
Serious?
Yeah, man.
Even more
I was flying from New York to Florida one time. I was only young. Went to America. I think I was about probably 14, and it was just me and my sister flying. So we had never had our
really?
parents there. Yeah, and they was getting ready to land. So they'd served the food and everything. It was only a short flight. They was getting ready to land, and I had a bit of a can of Pepsi left. So you only come around with the bags to collect the rubbish. So I quickly went to kind of down my Pepsi, so I could put it in the bag. And this man, this flipping funny man, basically was like, you know, tried to grab the can off me. And I was like, let me just finish it. You get me? I wanted to finish my drink. And my man literally took the can out of my hand and he says to me, "You're not in England now, buddy."
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
I'm a big man, you know. And like, when I just said that, he bun me, you know. 30 plus years ago. I don't want to go look for the man now. Like, I want to go and find him and say, "Yo, who were you talking to?" I was young. My parents weren't there. I was young and he took advantage of me. Like,
Yeah, man.
you're not in England now, buddy. And took the can out of my hand.
Nah, man.
Fine.
England now, Carlton.
Yeah, imagine. He was bumping into him on another flight.
Me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I remember you.
Words. Some furniture
Fair play
moving
there.
around and that.
Boy, I bet. But then again, I'm sure we've all got stories. We've all got many stories like that. Not from airplanes, you know, from domestic travel or domestic situation, work situations, just round the way situations. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure we all have these stories to tell. So I guess we shouldn't be surprised that staff on American Airlines are behaving like this, because the staff on those airlines are the same staff that live in those neighborhoods wherever they come from. You know what I'm saying? So
some people
shouldn't be
forget their
surprised.
job, and it's sad. That's really sad.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pull up Dazzy's point there.
the last one.
Yeah.
What's he saying?
Police stopped me in Birmingham Airport on the way back for mistaken identity. They locked me down. They locked down the airport. Police with guns.
Never looked like it.
Never looked like him.
Oh God!
Yo, Dizza, was it Lawrence Fishburne?
Larry.
And,
It was
and
Larry.
that's always been one of my internal things. I'm here for your training exercise. All right, let's we're a bit bored. Right, let's pick him. Let's do a section 1, have a try.
Fire drill.
But yeah, like a fire drill. They're just testing. Got some newbies and they want to see if they can. They got some newbies and they want to see if they can. Yeah. They go back to the stealth office. Well done, you lot. That was good. Execute
Yeah, that was good,
perfectly.
man. 7
Well
seconds.
done. You got that
Brilliant.
one.
7
Yeah.
seconds. Brilliant, mate.
Ain't on no test, man.
Bro.
I
Lock
didn't
down
have
the
anything
airport,
quite-
you know, Dizza.
Yeah.
I had gun police pull me out the line when I was coming back from my honeymoon. We went to the Dominican Republic.
Wow.
And I was in the line to go, like, you got the sort of the residents line
Yes.
and then the non-residents line.
Yes.
I was in the non-residents line. So mum was looking at me like, what are you doing over there? You're Dominican. And he come and spoke to me in Spanish and kind of nudged me with his gun to say, yo, you meant to be over there? And I'm like,
wow.
mate, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, he started speaking in Spanish. I was like, I put on the broadest Midlands accents I could find. I was like, mate,
Tell you
I'm
what,
English,
mate.
mate. I don't know what you're talking about. And he spoke to me again in Spanish. I was like, nah, mate, English. And he's like, oh, okay. He walked off. Mum and Ron nudged me with the butt of the gun, you know, like to say, what you doing
The
here?
man
You meant to be over
nudged you with the gun, but you know.
Imagine.
No.
Yeah, man, how's
No.
it going?
No.
Not as dramatic as that, but on the way back from France, it's strange. You will go through like a couple of checkpoints. One's through the French checkpoint and then the British checkpoint. And they said, "Oh, could you have a passports, please?" Okay, cool. I'm in the back seat. Guy looks at the passport. Where's David? Oh, I'm here in the back seat. All right. Could you come out so I can see you, please?
What?
Okay. So I get out and he looks at me, looks at the passport, looks at me, looks at the passport, looks at me, looks at the passport. I had locks at the time. And he said, "Is that your real hair?"
Wow.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
And I'm like, yeah, you got anything else with your picture on it? I said, well, I got my driving license, but it's got the same picture. And eventually he gave me the stuff back. But it's like, what?
So was one picture with locks and one was without locks?
No, they're both the same picture.
Right, okay.
But it's like, I mean, you know when you hold your tongue, you're like, no, I got it from Tesco.
Yeah. Oh, we got one of those, have we? Yeah, man.
Simple question, mate. Simple question. It'll be like that.
Yeah, I'm not good in those situations, man. My mouth can be a bit too
Counting
bright.
to 10 does not work.
Breathing does. Breathing
Yeah, for
works.
real.
Breathe.
Breathing, yeah, man.
Breathe.
Yeah.
Breathing.
Yep,
Breathing
100%.
helps. Yeah, man. Breathing helps.
Just that
Breathing
one.
helps. Yeah, man.
What kind of
Yeah, man.
breathing?
It makes a difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When
Nah,
the
that
emotions
deep
start boil up,
deep
man.
breath. Well, listen. Let me tell you, right? If you ain't tried it, try it. Right?
For real.
Many times, a deep breath will save you from the whirl of madness.
Yep.
Trust me.
100%.
Right.
Cleansing your
Yeah, man.
system.
Yes, man. Yes,
Get
it's
the
just it's
toxins
almost
out.
like a quick reset. It's it's like you're pressing a reset button on your phone or your laptop, or it's just a quick reset,
Yep.
and then all right, differently. You know what I mean? So try it, man. If you ain't tried it, try it. One deep breath
Yep.
can save you a whole heap of grief.
In through your nose, out through your mouth.
Yeah,
And
there
do you-
you go.
Do you say forward after that?
Do I what? You know what? On that note, we're gonna move on. Before we do, I want to say good evening to Ian Morlin. I haven't said good evening to you since you stepped in the building. Good evening, Ian
Big up,
Morlin.
Ian.
Good evening to Lady Uzo in the building as well. Good evening to Dr. DK1. Who I think is a new chatter around there. Good evening, Dr.
Evening and
DK1.
welcome.
Welcome.
Salute. And anyone whose name I've missed in the chat, please forgive me. There are a lot of names in here this evening, but welcome to one and all. We are the Real Soundcheck Podcast.
Hello, DK.
Good evening to my sister, Renee Fauntleroy, who's watching in the United States.
Salute, Renee.
We international, baby.
International. Overseas. Oh, Ian Morland, that's funny. Sorry. That is funny.
That's pressure, man.
Too
That's pressure.
funny.
That is, let me just throw this out real quick. Let me reverse the 90s password.
That is cold.
I had
mate.
long hair in the 90s days. Me and my two mates were flying, handed over the passports, and they said, 2 men and 1 woman. I said, no, that's me. She started laughing.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Yeah, well, that could have been more, that could have been a lot worse, man. That could have been a lot worse. Much worse. But we move on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the evening I think we've all been waiting for. You've probably all been waiting for. All right.
Don't play Shelling's time.
Can we have some bombs, please? Can we have some bombs?
We need the sexy transition first.
I know, but I'm just saying it's about that time. All right? It's about that time. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Junior Giscombe, and you're watching the Real Soundcheck Podcast.
Boom. That's how I work, because I've done that while I was chatting to you. Real talk. When you watch this back, you'll know why I haven't been saying too much.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay.
Go ramp with Crocky though. Croctopus.
Croctopus. That's it. That's the one.
Croctopus,
you know.
Yo, listen, don't let me have to re-record my bars, you know. Don't let me have to re-record my bars.
Dr. Croxicon.
New name. All right.
Croctimus Prime.
It is a 7
bars
minutes
you speak of,
Croctimus
sir.
Prime.
Dr. Croxigan.
I like that one.
Like Bruce
Dr.
Willis rolled
Croxtigan.
into one, you know. You look sound like Bruce Willis rolled into one. Flipping neck. All right, so some of you, many of you in the chat, most of you will know that over the last few weeks, we have had this challenge going, which is started with the TV theme tune flips, which we were doing for a number of weeks. We did Hill Street Blues. I think we did Minder. No, not Minder. Was it Minder? Not Minder. Professionals, sorry.
Professionals.
Yeah. And then we also did Bergerac. Vinyl Sofa came up with Bergerac as one to do. Those flips were done. And then somebody, no ask me who, somebody came up with the
This
idea
boy, yes, sir.
was it Grown Folks?
No,
Sorry,
friction.
I don't think so.
Friction.
Both come spit on the thing.
Right, came up with the idea of everybody spitting at 8 bars on the beat that he created.
16.
Croc. He came back
16,
and
sorry,
shelled.
16.
He just came back and shelled. He didn't even warn us about everybody.
He just came and shelled 16.
He just came shelled a 16 on us
With his fast
and
self.
skin teeth, and then turned around
and then
called you out. Yeah, and called out tech.
They
That's
called
how
me
it
out,
went.
man. I was there minding my own business, you know. I was just like,
You got
That's
24
how it
hours to
went.
reply.
called me out on big internet.
It was a
What
gauntlet
you gonna
slap.
do?
It was a
What you gonna
gauntlet
do?
slap with a metal hand drum.
You get me? Some Dr. Doom bit slap. That's what the man does.
This is what it, yeah, that's what he did. But then you came back, you took the slap and you came back hard, brother.
Had to.
Yeah,
You
shelled
came
it,
back
shelled
hard.
it, shelled
And then
it.
threw down your gauntlets. You get
Yeah, man.
Basically,
No, but then there was the secret one because you came up last week and we didn't know that our brothers,
man.
our brothers come and shelled it in a different level.
Yo,
When I
last
said,
week-
all I said was, is that Conrad? Sorry, I said it again. That's what I said. Because that's what I did.
It was a
No,
me.
but that's what I said. Didn't you hear what I said last week? I said, is that Conrad? And I was like, no, grown folks. I was, no way.
For those that didn't see last week's episode, it might be worth you, if you're watching this on the replay, it might be worth you going back to last week's episode, which I think was episode 16, and checking out our reaction last week.
Yeah.
All right, at the end of last week's podcast, episode 16, when Friction no behavior, just totally caught us off guard, didn't tell us anything. And we heard.
I got something to play us out with.
Yes. Check that reaction, all right? We'll come back.
What was funny is when I first said it, Croc was like, "Oh, flipping out, what now? We're closing off."
Check out how he did it.
I got a track to play.
It's a tune. It's a tune.
Yeah.
And when he said that, I thought he was going to play us out some nice mellow outro music. Not hold us in for the next 20, 30 minutes on some madness.
It's a tune. It's a tune.
Pure pull-ups and wheel-ups and ones and everything. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get out of here, you know? Anyway.
You know those football matches when like the team's losing and it's a dry match and everyone goes home and then it's like 3-0 at the end or like they come back 5-3 and you're like, bro, what did I miss?
Serious, man.
Yeah, salute G-Force. He's saying, yeah, big up for 16 episodes already. He's saying, well done, guys. Salute G-Force.
Big up G-Force.
Bless up. Yeah, I mean, all right. So it's come to that moment whereby I think everybody's lyrics are submitted. This is. Let me turn off this background music because we need silence up in here.
Have they been passed through Turnitin? Has it been passed through Turnitin?
Has it what?
Been passed through
The
Turnitin.
AI ticket.
What, you think someone's got some AI bars? No, there's no AI bars out here, man.
You know what? Someone's got a ghostwriter
It
somewhere.
ain't hard to tell. I excel.
Pardon me, has to come back.
Ooh-ha!
To the windows.
As I combine with the juice from the mind.
Real Soundcheck.
Yo, if I ever heard anybody say rah rah like a dungeon dragon.
Wait a minute. Wait a
I've
minute.
heard that before somewhere. Like.
Engine Dragon 9.
I'm just paying homage.
Yeah, man.
So,
Show my respect.
Oh my word! All right,
Once upon a time,
are
not
we?
long ago.
All right, we're gonna run this. We're gonna run this. All right.
Are we doing okay? Are we going top to bottom or are ones permissible? Because we haven't gone. We've never played this track without stopping it. Just know that it's never played all the way through once ever.
Yeah, let's allow the ones,
man. Let's allow them.
Do your thing.
Let's allow the ones, man. We'll allow
Put some
them.
cue points in there, man. That's what I'm saying.
There's gonna be pull-ups, man. There's gonna be because remember, we got 3 verses we haven't heard.
We got 45 minutes, man. We got 45 minutes, man. We got time.
Yeah.
We got time.
Yeah, man.
We got
This
time.
is-
Take a deep breath, man.
This is version 4. Is it version 4? Yeah, this is version
3.
4. Mine was the
I'm
first
scared.
one.
I'm scared.
Text was the second one.
No, this is 4. Yeah, this is
Grown
4.
Folks and Dave was version 3.
Oh yeah, third version
Yeah,
4.
This is version 4.
Yeah, 4.
Yep.
The Real Soundcheck Dubplate business. Make sure you know.
You ready to go?
Alright, let's do it, man.
All right, let's go.
Chopo.
Hey, yo, Twitch. You know what to do right now. You best mind out. Watch yourself. Whole family, whole TV. Real Soundcheck. You best watch out when we come. Mind yourself. Yo, watch out when we come. When we come. Watch out when we come. When we come. Watch out when we come. When we come. Watch out when we come.
Yep.
The Real Soundcheck, you ain't heard Mr. Brown yet. Make your head swing like I put a noose around neck. Bergerac sample flip upside down yet. This ain't deep waters now, you ain't drowned yet. I can tell you're feeling this by the way your frown set. Stank face friction, or underground vets. Veterano, soundboy soprano. He's a made man, no need to ask why I'm going so. Sicker than you ever been, pick a man better than. Flicker down veteran, quicker than the jet I'm in. Stay fly, say bye, I'ma jump jettison. Leave you numb, ketamine, go ahead, let 'em in. I'ma knock 'em
hold down. Big city or small town, his pity is worn down. Duplicity torn down. Wash them, bring them out, hang them up, let them dry. The real sound check, quick to kill a sound boy.
Hey, yo, Frick. Now tell me what you started. Cause when tech grabs mics, I get bad, no rotted. The dark hearted, drunken monk stays guarded. Real sound check crew come true, we just started. The mic hooligan took a boy to school again. Wicked with the pen, my friend, turn the youth full cars. When any man better than I think fast like Ramadan. Man and man get bruised and confused, now they understand. It's over, man, the alt TV family. Tech got the sixth sense like M. Night Shyamalan. Wolverhampton Gramadan, focus like a cameraman. Giant flows make my foes bitter like a Villa fan. Not about war, more time I'm on a peace ting. Would prefer to catch with a nice bottle of Riesling. Love a belly laugh and people that have me creasing. But put a mic in my hand and tech proceed with the beast.
Wait. Now let me add to the story. The Yank wants to talk, you can't ignore me. Other podcasts, yes, they seem to bore me. We're blessed and must give God the glory. The bars are 16, the words ain't dirty. Competition saying nothing, but yet they're still wordy. The show starts at 9, it's never early. And if you're running late, your mints are after 8:30. All his bout, every tongue must confess. The real sound check's the best, no contest. Me and my brothers present the evidence. We're relevant, benevolent, straight up, intelligent. Endless like the symbol for infinity. Bringing truth just like the Holy Trinity. We take them down one by one, you know the dance is done, so watch out when we
Charlie, I see freakers flip the switch, so I might flip a burger or rack or ribs. But knowing me, I likely switch it for big bags of plantain chips. Can you dig it? And then kick back and kick off kicks to switch on and watch the real sound check on Twitch. I'm sure you know what a stitch in time saves. Subscribe to get notified on Mondays at 9 p.m. if you have some issues. And yes, this next line ends in tissues. Say sometimes you might need it. The topics discussed, Charlie, you might feel it. It's Kelly Wele boy, repping for date night. The only thing we planting is plantain. Say it right. It's all love though, like all TV. Man like DiCaprio howling in the street.
Yo,
catch
it's the brute smelling, top tier shelling. Brother like the other, the creator telling you about the real sound check. It's my turn, make I deal the deck. 7 minds with 7 hearts with 7 souls. 7 lives with 7 thoughts and 7 goals. We're coming to stamp this name in the technological podcast game. Do we fear the rest who may be about it? My name's Butch Cass, Mecatelli, I doubt it. Big building, the boy can't test. Setting the foundations of the real sound check. I got bars for days, bars for weeks, bars for the girls, bars for the streets. It's the out real sound album done.
Pull it up now. Pull it up now. Whoa.
The man said, I died.
Oh, I see you, Diesel.
Yeah, man. Man said, I died.
Doubt it. I was so hoping you would do that. I was so hoping you would do that.
Yeah, it's tough.
Wow.
Tough.
Behave, man. Come on.
Yeah, that was tough. Yo, Frick, I hope you bookmark that thing. Big up all the ones in the chat. Big up all the ones in the chat. I'm so struggling to keep up with these chat messages, boy. I'm really struggling.
I'm done.
Brethren, this tune's tougher than scenario, you know.
I'm done.
Yo,
Trump call one.
You talking? We can't hear you.
Frick, let's go. Run it back from there. Give us Butch's.
We can't hear you, Butch. We can't hear you, Butch.
What's he doing?
You muted, Butch. You muted.
Am I big one?
Sorry. No. I'm just saying thank you. All the love. This was the first time you lot have pushed me to ever write anything. Like, I've never done it before in my life.
No
way, brother.
Never.
No way.
I've MC'd on people's mixtapes. I've hosted people's mixtapes. I've never laid down a 16 in my life. That's the first.
Yeah.
I thank you because joining you lot this year in the way that we're pushing each other, this is what you lot have drawn out of me.
True.
So thank you very much.
Drawn out bars for days, bars for weeks, bars for the girl, them, bars for the streets.
Yo,
did you catch? Oh, anyway, you go to just listen to the 7. The 7 minds with 7 thoughts with 7 goals.
There's too many quotables. There's too many quotables.
Yo.
My chest. 7 minutes longer.
What are we doing? We're catching the last 3.
No, from Bush. We want to do Bush.
Yeah, start to Bush, man.
From Bush.
Have some issues. And yes, this next line ends in tissues. Say, sometimes you might need it. The topics discussed, Charlie, you might feel it. It's Kelly Wele boy, rep it for day night. The only thing we planting is plantain. Say it right. It's all love though, like all TV fam and like DiCaprio howling in the street.
Yo,
Catch
it's
them
the
if you can.
brute smelling, top tier shelling, brother like the other, the cream.
No, sorry. The man said it's the brute smelling, top tier shelling.
Top tier shelling.
It's Kelly Wele boy, rep it for day night. The only thing we planting is plantain. Say it right. It's all love though, like all TV fam and like DiCaprio howling in the street.
Yo,
Catch
it's
them if you
the
can.
brute smelling, top tier shelling, brother like the other, the creator telling you about the real sound check. It's my turn, make I deal the deck. 7 minds with 7 hearts with 7 souls, 7 lives with 7 thoughts and 7 goals. We're coming to stamp this name in the technological podcast game. Do we fear the rest? We may be about it. My name's Butch Cass, Mecatelli, I doubt it. Big building, no boy can't test. Setting the foundations of the real sound check. I got bars for days, bars for weeks, bars for the girls, bars for the streets. It's the outlaw signing out on the dub. Like what? Smash the brute, give my hands a rub.
Try for test, you get bun. Real Soundcheck Podcast #1. From Wolverhampton down to London. You don't know we do this 7 man strong. And we're talking the things. Enough talk, enough joke and rhythm get fling. No shabba here, no ting-a-ling-a-ling. Just a 7 man, them and the vibes we bring. We're smooth like the grown folks grooves and catch wreck like the one named Tech Yo. Gotta pick up the CROC and the one we call Butch to the Cassidy. We're soon to take flight and it's the one we call the Dave Knight. And I'm Mr. Diesel with the end of my diction. But before I leave, salutes to friction.
Wheel it up. Wheel it up.
From us in the 3.
I was wondering if someone was gonna do the name thing. I'm working out. I'm putting the names in.
Didn't someone say they were going to just be like doing Master P?
I did think about it.
Yo, do you know what? I think this is the most I've ever heard Mr. Diesel chat in any podcast, on any live stream. I have never heard my man say this much on any live stream.
Absolutely.
Man, a few words, you know we do.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yo. But when them words come out, brethren, Lord of mercy.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
They carry gravity, mate. They carry
more
gravity.
words in those 2 minutes than I've heard him say in the whole of 2023.
Wow. The entire podcast series.
Because I know he's a man that don't like to touch the mic too tough. You know what I mean?
He came with it.
So for you to spit with that, for you particularly to spit that, brother, I know how you don't like microphones. So big respect, brother. Big respect. Big respect.
Yes.
Yeah. Frick.
Are we ready?
Let's go from there, man. Let's go from there. Yeah.
Dub, like what? Smash the brute, give my hands a rub.
Try for test, you get bun. Real Soundcheck Podcast #1. From Wolverhampton down to London. You don't know we do this 7 man strong. And we're talking the things. Enough talk, enough joke and rhythm get fling. No shabba here, no ting-a-ling-a-ling. Just a 7 man, them and the vibes we bring. We're smooth like the grown folks grooves and catch wreck like the one named Tech Yo. Gotta pick up the CROC and the one we call Butch to the Cassidy. We're soon to take flight and it's the one we call the Dave Knight. And I'm Mr. Diesel with the end of my diction. But before I leave, salutes to friction.
Go for the DJs, the MCs, the singers, the dancers, the blingers, the hot girl, the mingers, the dreadlock, the barlet, the blonde and the ginger.
The mingers.
Behave, Croc. Go back in one of them rooms and have a talk with yourself.
Yeah, you need to stand in the corner.
The Mingers.
Flipping heck, man.
We don't discriminate.
Big up all you. Big up everybody.
Mingers. Wow.
Mingers lives matter.
Wow. No manners.
Mingers matter.
No manners whatsoever.
I haven't heard that word in about 15 years, bro. Bringing that shit back.
Bringing it back. Oh my days. Mingers, you know.
Oh,
wow.
That's such a boss word, man. It's a boss word, that is, man.
No
Minger.
behavior whatsoever.
I love that. Minger.
Jump him in. I want to hear the rest of this.
Come back. How's
I
that
need to hear this.
Are we ready?
Come on then, freak. Yeah.
No, I'm not.
OC and the one we call Butch to the Cassidy. We're soon to take flight, and here is the one we call the Dave Knight. And I'm Mr. Diesel with the end of my diction. But before I leave, salutes to friction.
Look, for the DJs, the MCs, the singers, the dancers, the blingers, the hot girl, the mingers, the dreadlock, the barlet, the blonde and the gingers. Fire one shot for busy fingers. DJ Crop on
Ting.
Yeah, man. That's dope. That's dope.
You have to salute your brother.
Dope.
You have to salute your brother.
Yeah, man.
Listen.
Yeah, man.
I was getting done in today, you know, because all these came in over the weekend. Some of them came in today, but I downloaded them all at the same time. And I'm trying to make this track, like, put it all in place. My head, I'm just getting battered, like. And I've only got a small window of time, you know. I know soundcheck starts at 8:30. I started this around 7:30.
Oh, see.
And I'm getting done in, like, nah.
Bars is getting licked in your head. Lick shot for Busy. Salute, Busy.
After we finish his verse and we're going to have a little chat, I want to hear that whole thing all the way through.
Whole thing.
I want to hear the whole thing, bro. But yeah, let's jump him in again, man.
Gingers, fire one shot. There's the dance.
But before I leave, salutes to friction.
Look, for the DJs, the MCs, the singers, the dancers, the blingers, the hot girl, the mingers, the dreadlock, the barlet, the blonde and the gingers. Fire one shot for busy fingers. DJ Crop come visit it, so you can't forget it. If you dance dry, we come fi wet it. Things copacetic. If you can't take it, better go on and let it where we name. Soundcheck. If a song boy try disrespect, soundcheck. Take a look, chop it in the neck. Soundcheck. Back up your sound and go flip on your set. Soundcheck, we are the real soundcheck. This is something where you just can't forget. Soundcheck, you can hold in on your internet. Soundcheck.
Cut it out.
I am sorry, I don't care. I'm going to run my mouth. We have the baddest dubplate. The baddest dubplate for your podcast. I don't care what anyone says.
All you podcasters out there. We are Senfield.
Bridget, dance,
But even though it's not a send, it represents us in such a beautiful friggin' way.
Definitely.
Oh, well done, lads. I'm sorry. That is beautiful.
I gotta say, listen,
that is just beautiful.
I never forced the order. You know, this I put these in order that I received them. And
you're joking.
Croc came with the Buster energy, like it was just right.
Yeah, man.
You get me? The Buster Rhymes energy at the end. I thought, no, it's perfect.
Yeah, man. That's the right order,
the way I received them is the way I laid it down.
You made my eyes water, man. Don't do that. You lot.
That is our row like a Dungeon Dragon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. He finished it. Oh, it's like a real sound check. You never forget it. And he's in it.
Yeah, man. Everybody just man. That's the murder tune. That's murder.
Hey, so can we
Yo,
make
play it again, man.
Yeah.
Come it again, man.
To win the end of my diction, but before I leave, salutes to friction.
For the DJs, the MCs, the singers, the dancers, the blingers, the hot girl, the mingers, the dreadlock, the barlet, the blonde and the gingers. Fire one shot for busy fingers. DJ Crop come visit it, so you can't forget it. If you dance dry, we come fi wet it. Things copacetic. If you can't take it, better go on and left it where we name. Soundcheck. If a song boy try disrespect, soundcheck. Check out the play, chopping at the neck. Soundcheck. Your sound and go play on cassette. Soundcheck. And where we name. Soundcheck. We are the real soundcheck. This is something where you just can't forget. Soundcheck. Kick a hole in your internet. Soundcheck. One time. Soundcheck. When me say other podcasts could them have to move. When
Watch out when we come. You know you come. When we come, you know. Watch out when we come. You know you come. When we come, you know you better watch out when we come.
Friction on beats. Friction on production. Yeah, man.
Yo.
Brethren. Yo.
Rude.
Yo, that was amazing.
Can I hear the whole thing all the way through? Just
Yeah,
once.
man.
We can run it out, so we'll run it out with that. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Say that.
We just, I just have to say, I'm serious, you lot. Well done. That is beautiful. I when you send that back out to us as a whole thing, that's not coming off my phone. Like, I want that on my phone so I can play it anytime to myself. I want it.
Anytime you think you're having a shit day, just play that, man.
Just play that and make you smile, bruv.
Yeah. Real talk.
Smile.
Do you know what? We done this podcast. We started at 9 o'clock. But I tell you, all I've been waiting for this whole day, right? No disrespect, you know, we talk about things, but today I wasn't hearing none of that. Really,
none of it.
I just wanted to hear just this.
Charlie Brown, the thing.
Oh my goodness.
No, honestly, today, we see when I wrapped it up today, I just thought, nah, these man, they're not playing games. Like I was proud, like, yeah, man, the man, everyone come through, and it was authentic. Like, no one's trying to be anyone they're not.
No.
Everyone was just authentic.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Everything was to everyone's character, innit?
Yeah,
it was their
100%.
character to tell.
100%.
Yeah, truly.
So
Dope, man.
This is all in 2 weeks, right?
In a week?
Technically, 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah, 3
3
weeks. Yeah,
3 weeks.
about 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, in
7
terms of
MCs,
like
3
people
weeks,
going
man.
away and writing their bars, some wrote in like what 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, I did mine this week. I only recorded. I recorded it today, and as I finished, I recorded it today, like this afternoon, late this afternoon. As I done it, I just sent it straight.
That's not like you, Croc.
Imagine.
I'm surprised, brother.
You know what I mean? Imagine
You're usually way ahead of schedule.
No, it was a madness to write because obviously we were privy to, you know, three of you before. So it was just, how do I fit in?
I think credit to, this is kind of what happens with us, and especially when we do like the 1-for-1 tune on the here or whatever, is whoever comes before you forces the next person, raises the bar for the next person.
Yes,
You
it's
understand?
a level up thing.
So the way that Friction started the thing, for Tech to come in and follow that, Tech had to put his foot down on the gas. He had to kind of, you understand? Yes. So he raised the bar again. So then we hear Tech, I'm like, boom, what claps and that was bad enough. But then last week, when we heard Grown Folks and Dave, I'm pretty sure that me, Butch, and Diesel were like shit.
I wish I went first. I wish I went earlier.
No, it's when you lot said you've got a week. You go back and watch. I'm like, a week? My voice got high. A week?
And then Diesel hit you with the mathematics.
It's oh man, it's beautiful.
It's super dope.
Beautiful.
And I gotta say thank you to Vinyl Sofa who came up with the Bergerac flip, the Bergerac idea for the flip. And we can't leave out Friction on production, man. That rhythm is tough. The rhythm is tough.
That is nuts. He turned the flip into a track. That's nuts.
Into a big tune. That's a tough tune, you know.
Listen, I will play
sorry, it's not a track, it's a dub plate. Yeah, let's keep it.
Ian Morlin said he's on Bandcamp or MP1.
Physical copies only.
Straight to vinyl.
It's coming out on TDK.
For the heads that know, strictly for the heads that know.
That's it.
It's true.
I've still got their cassette deck.
Yeah, man. We're only doing 100 copies and they're £100 each.
Yeah, exactly.
And they numbered copies.
Oh, man.
They can be autographed as well.
Yeah, man. That's
Yeah.
And they come with a
the
free
lyrics.
bottle of Brut.
Some Bay rum.
And some Bay rum.
And some Bay rum.
Yo,
It's love, man. It's love.
the Brut smeller
and a box of these.
Top shelf
You
sheller.
Smelling.
That's some dark art lyrics, you know.
I know, man.
That's
You know, the
some
thing
dark
about
art
it for
lyrics.
me is that I ain't heard a posse track in years.
Yeah. Posse
I ain't
tracks
heard
are
a
dead,
posse
ain't they?
track. Exactly.
For real.
If it's not that, because even drill artists and grime artists, I don't really hear like back for back, them doing 16.
Yeah, they do their version of it, but it's in a different way because of our generation. We're used to what we've just produced without even knowing it. If you get what I'm saying, it's that everyone go in their own style, Wu-Tang style. Like we have to tell them when you put up the RZA. Today in the team, when it was in there, I was like, "No, what have they done for you to throw that up?" I said, "Nah," and it's back to it. It sounds like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That Wu-Tang love, man. Everyone's just in there on their own vibe. They're doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's nuts.
I
It's
just can't believe that shit, man. That shit was dope.
I think what it proves is, you know what I mean. We've all got it, man. When we're ready to do our thing, we can do our thing. On short notice.
I never knew Tech rap. I never knew Tech was a rapper.
This is what I said.
I never knew grown folks would come out. The grown folks, the smoothness and everything, and
Dave,
after 8:30s, and then suddenly.
Dave, I didn't
listen.
know none of them rapped. I didn't know.
Do you know what? This is the thing, Butch. I think anyone who is watching this for the first time would think that all of us are lyricists. You understand? Because
You
as
think
Friction
so?
said, listen, brother, it was
Nah,
you.
that was tough,
Listen,
man. That was tough. That was tough.
listen. Right? As Friction said, there were no weak links in the chain, right?
Not one.
You who saying you have never wrote bars before, you same one, right?
Yeah.
Coming with the Bruce Smeller,
top
the Bruce
tier
Smelling, top
shelling.
tier shelling.
Bars.
Opening line. Opening line.
Opening two lines.
Opening line.
The Bruce
Yeah, opening
Smelling,
line.
top tier shelling. Brother! Yo, if I was in a club, I would go sit down from that. I would go sit down. From I hear that, I'm like, it's over. Anybody watching this, I don't think would know that we are not, only Tech is really an MC, right?
And me, I haven't picked up a mic in 25 years.
Serious?
Nobody would know.
Didn't you
I've
say?
written nothing.
Didn't you say when your family heard that's the first time your children have heard you rap?
Yeah.
Wow.
And how old's your daughter?
19.
Look at that.
And that's the
Yeah,
first
never.
time she heard you rap.
Look at that different like.
Same
Oh,
here.
done.
Same here, mate.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
My daughter's
What, Diesel, the
19
little
as-
ones never heard you rap?
Nope, my daughter's 19 as well.
Wow.
Listen, we barely hear Diesel talk on his streams. Just rap.
Yeah.
I wait for spaces, man. I wait for spaces.
And I do like the way everyone just had that either 1 or 2 bars spaced out all together about the podcast. And the way that they put it in, there's so much sweet elements in there. Whether it's the date, the time, what we do, and it's
I like the way
perfect.
both Dave and Diesel interwove. That's the right word.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Names.
name. Everybody's name into the thing. Yeah, that was dope.
You know what? When I'm going about my day-to-day business, the part that sticks out for me is where grown folks does the melodic parts.
Yeah.
Break it down one by one.
Yeah.
I'm at work minding my business, you know, and that's in my head. Just like, yeah. So I come with the melody, you know.
Yeah, man.
I have to be fair with that. So Platts actually coached me through doing that.
Yeah,
that
man.
was
Oh,
that
nice.
was
Ain't nothing wrong with that,
big
man.
Who
up to
wrote
that.
Seven Souls? It was me.
Big
Seven
up
Souls,
Platts.
bro.
Salute to Platts. Salute to Platts. Oh, I forgot to say good evening to Miffy Moments in the building. Sorry, Miffy.
Hey.
I must have missed you earlier in the chat. Good evening, good evening, good evening. You hear how your boys going on wicked? Grown folks is going on wicked.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was super tough. Super tough.
I'll play that
I would
tune
play that
anywhere.
with scenario anytime. I play that after scenario.
You
You,
get me?
understand? You're supposed to play the biggest tune last. I play that after scenario.
Yo, Croc.
Mate.
So what, we play it on the 4th, yeah?
Yeah, man. How you
Yeah,
mean?
man, we'll put- yeah.
It's worth a yellow card, isn't it? It's worth it. It's because it's not old school,
Yeah,
but
man.
it's worth a yellow card.
Yo, it's got that old school vibe, man. It's got that old school vibe. And I
Pass
tell
it
you
up, man.
what,
Pass it
what's next is Dazza put it in the chat, but I was thinking the same thing. Next, we need a video.
Are you serious?
Last week.
Nah.
We need a We need a video. We need a video.
That'd be mad.
How much does an animator cost? That's what we do.
Yo,
Yeah, that's it. AI.
do that. If you want to do that, do that. If you want to do that, do that. But we need a
No,
video.
you know what?
This tune needs
I'm
a
not
video.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Croc. I'm not gonna lie. When I was writing, because I don't know about you lot, you start seeing things when you're writing and whatever. And when I did the, if you hear my bar, it's let me deal the deck.
Yeah.
7 minds with 7 hearts with 7
Hard.
souls, 7
Hard.
thoughts with 7. I was thinking about dealing the decks to 7 people inside the thing. So I have thought of visuals, and then obviously when I splash the brute, rub my hands and the thing done, and you know what I mean. I have thought about
You
it.
see?
It
As
can,
a director,
it
you
can
know,
be done.
director vision.
It can be done, but geez.
And it can be
that's
done
next.
quick if you have the right people. I don't know the right people. I'm just saying it can be done quick. I just see
Yeah.
Chip's work ethic is crazy.
Yeah,
He will send. So if you send for him, he'll come for you next day with video.
yeah. This is it. That's that generation. I'll have to sit down and pan mine out properly. But yeah,
Listen, it's a conversation, but that's the next level. We've done this. The next level now is video, release the thing. This thing has to get released.
it has to get put on YouTube. Yeah, with visuals.
But no. This thing we've got our own production. We've got our own producer. It's our own track. Right? It's not sampled or not. Apart from the Bergerac thing, I'm sure we can
But you
get around
can't,
that.
you can't even hear it really when you get it.
Well, even better. It's
can't.
our track. Our man produced it. Our man produced the track.
For real.
All rhymes are original. All lyrics are original. So why can't we?
And did Diva speak sponsor vinyl?
Hey, we've got orders already.
One of
Limited
one.
press.
We've got international orders already. International orders already. Yo, this thing has got to get released, man.
Ian
That's
Ward-
dope
Get your
as
orders
hell,
in,
man.
people. Some pre-order right now.
Ian Ward is
Get your pre-orders in.
Yeah.
I see Ian Dave. Yeah, don't forget us little people when you're playing at Wembley.
Oh please.
Can you imagine coming out
Wembley-
to
Wembley
do
Market,
the live?
Yeah, Wembley
live
Market.
podcast? Come
Little
on,
peons
ladies. Come
on
on,
wheels.
ladies. 1 pound
Double
fish.
Fish, 1 pound fish. Yeah, quelly with the fish. Yeah.
Proud of the gang, man. Proud of the gang, 100%.
Yeah, man.
So hold on. Question: what's next?
Oh, bloody
Or do we stay there?
Or what?
We've already broken boundaries, man. We've done
Well,
something
this is
that we
it.
didn't think was possible.
Look what happened from when we started Flips.
Yeah.
We've now made a song within 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think about it like that. Yeah.
It's true.
Wow.
Yeah, it's mad.
That's what I was
It's mad.
saying. 3 weeks and look
Yeah.
what's happened.
Yeah. Well, don't break the
That's-
formula.
that's-
The formula was
that's-
the people suggested the sample. We
The
when we
flip.
flipped it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was organic. You know, what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
Totally
14
organic.
flips.
So wait a minute. Have we kind of like thought of something to do as a running theme? We pick a couple flips, blah 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 blah, and then
Well, it's mad because it was all just sporadic to start off with, innit? It was never planned. It was never ever planned.
Well,
It
this
was
is it. Well,
was
keep it
just said
organic.
and suddenly we ran with it and look
Keep
what we
it
got. We
keep
got
it organic.
We got,
Yeah, ran with
Bro.
it and then man called man out and then that was
Look-
it. innit?
Look at it like this, yeah. We've done what? 16 weeks, yeah. 16 weeks, 14 flips, and a full track.
Yeah, man.
wow,
Think about it.
wow.
That's messy.
Mad.
It's crazy.
That's some
It's
outputs.
crazy.
Look, watch the Diva speaks getting ahead of herself.
Full-
Just a little bit.
Full album with a tiny desk performance
She already asked for
20
overtime.
tracks.
I definitely think we should go
Album
back.
art.
I
behind
think
the
we should go back
scenes.
to flips again. I think we should do some more flips. I think
man.
flips is good.
I think that's cool as well. But all I'm saying is this tune here, must get released, right? And the icing on the cake for this is a video. And when all of us are next together in a dance,
Oh Lord.
all right.
Oh wait a minute! You want me to remember my 16?
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to read it off your phone, man.
By the time we finish this, the crowd will be singing it. We'll just be holding the mic out to the crowd.
He wants me to remember my 16.
Listen, the crowd will help you, Butch. I'm sure the crowd will help you. Yeah, man. All the gallem, the top shelling.
I got bars of the gallem.
Splashing the crowd with brutes.
Wet them up in the eye.
When them baggies start fly up on stage at your Bush.
As long as they've got phone numbers on them, I'm all right. I'll catch them.
The mingers.
The next track, we gotta
don't leave out the mingers.
Yeah. Mingers included. Yeah, they need love too, man. Summer's coming.
The next track, we got to do a slow jam.
Oh, go away. Where?
I'm putting it out there.
Slow jam bicycle.
That's right.
I need love.
All to the vocoder.
Oh my god. When I'm alone in my room.
All to the 8-bar rap right at the end.
Oh please.
Oh god.
Now we need something to flip, man. Let's put it out there.
All right. So in the chat, some Diva's already suggested professionals.
We did that already.
We did that already.
But I think she's probably suggesting us to do a track to one of those.
Oh no. Let's
correct me if I'm wrong.
Let's move.
Diva. Hold tight, Miffy says Mingers need slow jams too.
More than most, bro. More than most.
And they'll appreciate it too.
Diesel.
Yo,
you got any theme tunes there? Let them pick one.
You know what?
Brethren, that sounds
they can
shocking.
pick. I'm just looking. Let's see what the people started this. So let's see.
Exactly.
I'm sure that's not PC. You can't say mingers anymore. Is there a rule you can't say mingers anymore?
No, it doesn't. It's not to any race or anything like that. It's not.
Mingers.
It's a universal statement.
The word's dope, man. That's a dope word. Minger.
It's not offensive. It's universal.
Minger.
Exactly.
It applies to everyone.
Mingers need love too. Hey.
Oh, all right. So maybe someone said Mitchie Boo said Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget.
It's been rinsed.
Good one.
Yeah, it's been done. To be fair, that's been done.
All right.
That's been done.
Something like Miami Vice.
St. Elsewhere. Right.
I don't know that.
That's a
I don't
hard
remember
one.
St. Elsewhere. I don't remember that
Yeah,
one.
that's
Someone pull it up.
I don't know if I ain't.
who's in that? Denzel Washington.
Yeah, that's it.
What's his name?
I don't
Not
know.
the TV show.
Yeah, St. Elsewhere. Yeah, I can't remember the theme tune.
I can't remember the theme tune either.
I actually don't have it. Let me get it.
Did I mention before that somebody tried to say how Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is the best theme tune of all time?
People
Yeah.
say a lot of things.
It would definitely be up there because it gets played as a club track, doesn't it? So
What's that? Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble.
No, the theme tune to Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh. Is what one of the best
theme tune.
Theme tunes of all time.
Because it's actually a theme tune to a program, isn't it?
Can't beat Hill Street Blues, man. Sure. Someone suggested Knight Rider because there's been so many interesting ones. So he said it'd be interesting to see what you guys can do with it.
I really wouldn't be inspired with that.
That's been done too many times.
As soon as I heard that sample, I was gassed. I was like, you're not getting it. The second I heard it, I was like, you're not getting it.
And when you really think about it, remember what we identified. We had a police theme for it, and it was really the obscure programs, like Hill Street Blues, Bergerac. They weren't, you know what I mean? It wasn't top.
Lady Uzo said EastEnders.
Can you not hear this?
Yeah.
That's St. Elsewhere.
Who's this? St. Elsewhere.
That's the love tune. That's the love song right
Yeah, you're singing the first 16.
Girl.
Lay back, baby.
I told you, girl. Oh, yeah. Wow, this is 80s as hell, man.
Oh yeah.
And this is actually a tribute version. It's not the actual.
Yo, I can't.
This is Dave Grierson. Apparently.
I can't feel this, man. On a flip.
That's hard work. That's hard work.
Yeah, man. That's
Do you
hard
remember
work.
Heart to Heart?
Yeah.
Yes. Heart to Heart might work. Yeah.
Magnum.
Ooh.
Magnum's good.
Magnum PI.
Magnum might work.
Yeah.
What about?
Oh, it's been done. It's been done.
Magnum has been done.
What's Manimal? Bob Manimal.
That was a hard as well, man. Those are hard ones. Yo, some Ian Morning said.
I like this.
Me and Ian Morning said that's a hard one, man. All right, so we'll put that one on the list. What was that one?
Put it on the list.
Which one was that?
Prisoner Cell Block H.
Heart to Heart. Ian Morlin suggested Airwolf. He's not the first person to suggest that. Yeah. I think Airwolf could work. I think Airwolf could work. Yeah, man.
Airwolf.
I think Airwolf could work.
How could
Have you got that? Here we go.
Okay, yeah.
The keyboard bit.
That's a bit of soul.
Alright, it's a contender. Put it in the loop.
Different strokes.
I want to hear Prisoner Cell Block H, but I want to hear the outro. He used to bring me roses.
Yeah. Because all I can hear is a cappella. I can hear it was more a cappella than
never watched
actual melody.
Frick's already doing his love song version.
Yeah, exactly.
Slow jams.
What's that?
Is this
Prisoner?
Yo, this is for the Valentine's thing, man. This is for the love song thing.
I wish you could again.
It's a tune though. Big
Cell
tune.
Block.
Mingers need love.
I'm adding this to my
curveball. Exactly. This is the anthem.
I'm raw playing this in the dance. Straight up.
So you can play it Saturdays?
Yeah.
This is a hard one, man.
Hey, we'll go,
It doesn't matter if you
got some Buster straight after it.
Someone will love you out there.
Boy, I don't know who's gonna flip this. That's hard.
This is bad.
That'll be a hard one, man.
We've had two for Benny Hill.
Benny Hill.
No.
Hold on. Give it a try. Diesel, have you got that one?
Yo, when you used to slap my man's head.
Yo, this one. Stop. You see that?
Slap the old man's head.
Take out the speed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Slow that down.
Yeah, drop that down to 80.
That would be a bass rhythm. Anyway, put that on the list. Trust, I can see Friction would do something murderous with that. That's it, grown folks. That's what I'm talking about. You slow that down, that thing could work.
Yeah, but that's everyone's not gonna slow it down though. We all got.
You don't have to if you want to. If you want to spit them speed.
It's not to spit. Remember, we're just flipping.
All right. Okay. You see, my head's already gone into.
Yeah, man. You want an album, man? You want a record deal? You want want a publishing deal?
No, he just wants to go tour. He just wants to go on tour.
He's already put the link. He's already created the link on Eventbrite. He's just
well, stadium tour to Rota.
If you make don't shape up, I'm gonna have to drop you from the label.
Fraggle Rock. Was there enough instrumental? Fraggle Rock.
Laney J said Thundercats.
Thundercats is hard. Yeah, the Chips hard. Yeah, there's some good ones in there.
Charlie's Angels. We've
got
Charlie's Angels.
Thundercats.
Chips as well.
They putting it in caps now. They putting it in caps now.
What was a terrible?
Yeah, man. Aggie, man. Sorry, Laney J.
Good evening, Lady J.
That's shouting it, man.
Yo, Dave. This is Terror Hooks.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, man.
That's a lot of sense.
This is dope.
Now you're talking.
This is the one.
Battle of the Planets. Who's that?
Bad boy things, man. Yeah, man.
Love that.
Diesel,
All right,
can
so
you
we
bring
gotta-
up Spider-Man?
The 70s version.
Yeah.
Mate, that's a tough one.
Spider-Man,
The original, yeah, the
Spider-Man,
cartoon
does whatever a spider can.
That's some breakbeat stuff, mate.
That joint is bad.
Well, actually,
The Incredible Hulk TV series is hard, but Rez has done that, hasn't he? Done it
Oh,
with was it Sons of Man or was it not Sons of Man? One of them sideline woo groups. He used that.
Sideline woo groups.
What, the outro for the
Yeah. I think it was Sons of Man or Killer Army, one of them two.
That's just made me want to listen to the Riddler again. Method Man.
Yeah.
The Riddler, ding.
Yeah, that was hard.
Ding.
Yo, listen.
Yo, I forgot to say
when you
good
go
evening
back
to
and
Miss
listen to
G.
Rez's,
Sorry, I forgot to say good evening to Miss G and to Ellis, who's just stepped
And
into the
Natasha
building as well. Big up
702
Ellis.
as well in the
Big
building.
up.
Big up
Ellis.
Natasha 0702 as well in the building.
Boy,
Good
if you
evening,
just come in,
people.
you miss something.
Yeah, you've missed some
Boy.
fire this evening. You've
You
missed
need
some
to
fire.
replay. You need to go catch
Missed
the
some
replay.
fire. You do. You need to watch it back.
We're gonna go out with it, right? We're gonna play it out.
Yeah, we're gonna play it out, but I think the last one sold it. I think the
Terror Hawks is tough.
Terror Hawks.
I
Yeah,
think
Terror
Terror
Hawks is
Hawks has
tough.
got enough legs for everyone to just do what they want with it. Like,
Yeah.
it's got enough legs, man.
So
Danger
it's gonna be
Mouse.
a love song.
I've got a version. I've done Danger Mouse already. I've got a version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
There you go.
Exactly. Some Blue Peter business.
So,
did you-
okay,
I mean,
if we're
Diesel,
flipping
did
that,
you
then
find
you can
that?
just
Did
put
you-
some bars on it.
Did you find that Spider-Man one, Diesel?
I think I got it here. Hold on.
Let's check out the this Danger Mouse is a good shout as well, you know.
But, yeah, Danger
Laney
Mouse is
J,
hard.
Danger Mouse is a good shout. Yeah. Big up Laney. Lady Uzo, Fraggle Rock. Oh Lord.
Wipe your tears away. Worries for another day. Na, 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 na.
Oh, here we go.
Who's this now?
Original
Who's this?
Spider-Man.
Okay.
Tough.
Already, look at that. Already, straight away.
Jeez.
That's whatever a spider can. Jeez.
That's tough.
Yeah, I can think of some dirty ideas for this one.
That's what I'm saying. It's got soul. There's a lot of elements in there.
Yeah,
One
man.
Yeah,
dimensional.
but the vocals are all over it.
I'm sure you can find
You
it.
should find instrumental.
No, you can take them out, man. Stems.
If someone's got
them out.
stems,
Stem
yeah,
them
someone's
out.
got stems, and we can all use the same tracking.
Yo, this is dirty. This is dirty.
But it can still work with some of the lyrics as well, you know.
Yeah.
Up for Terror Hawks.
This tune on its own's tough.
It is.
Bad.
I've got Hong Kong Fury as well. Diva says Hong Kong Fury. I've got 2 Hong Kong Furies ready to go.
Yeah.
I like that.
Boy, that's bad. That's
nice.
bad.
What was that one? Stop that pigeon. Stop that pigeon.
Oh,
what was
catch
that?
the
one?
pigeon.
Catch the pigeon. Catch the
Catch the
pigeon.
pigeon.
Races.
Oh,
Wacky
races.
man.
Wacky races.
Yeah.
Penelope Pit Stop.
Mate,
And all
I think, you know.
That's what I'm
Bat
saying.
freak.
Oh gosh, who's this?
Wacky races.
This is
Wacky
hard.
races.
Mate.
Yo, something that right now.
Hit it. It does.
Next, Reuben Drupcut and Sawtooth in the buzz wagon. Maneuvering for position is the Army surplus
Some mashed
special.
potato
Right
and thing.
behind is the anthill mob in their bulletproof
Oatmeal
bomb.
bomb.
And your
That is fun.
Raw. Mouth organ. And your
We
mom
gotta
would.
vote. We gotta vote. It's 11 o'clock. Diesel. Ease up, ease
Terror
up.
Hawks.
All right, these bushes. How many for Terror Hawks?
Come on, man. Terror Hawks, man. They had more legs, man.
I'm torn between Terror Hawks and Spider-Man. if I'm
Me
honest.
too. Me too. Me too. But I think I'm gonna lead to Spider-Man, to be honest.
I think so as well.
Oh, you
Yeah.
racists. You racist.
Yeah,
All right,
but
yeah,
we
but
need
but
to-
it is
who's
because you're
got
black. It
stems,
is.
though?
It is because you're black. If
Do
you
you want
think
to
it
do
is, it is.
both? And just
Who's
say,
got stems
a man
to
can
give
choose.
us a proper something
Yeah, let's
to
do
use.
that. That's a good idea, Friction.
Yeah.
So we choose whichever one we want to do. Which wants to do Terror Hawks? Let him do Terror Hawks. If you want to do any one of us who wants to do
Anyone,
Terror
yeah. If you
Hawks,
wanna
do Terror
do
Hawks.
whichever.
So it's Spider-Man or Terror Hawks?
Spider-Man or Terror Hawks, yes. Yeah?
All right.
That's it.
All
So
right.
that's next week's flip, yeah?
Cool.
Lord have mercy. All right, and behind the scenes, we will be talking about videos and live performances. But before we go,
don't know what you're talking about.
We need to. Sorry, I'll remind you. It's all good. So we need to.
Yo, I'm getting people texting me, sending me sample ideas. Whoever this is, I haven't got your number. Forgive me. But they said the mask theme.
Oh, mask.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What, the cartoon mask?
Yeah.
Flipping heck.
I'm sure I got that.
Yo, who said that?
Please let me know who you are because I don't have your number in my phone.
That's not one of them
you know
regular
what?
cartoons,
I actually spoke to this person. Is it? I think it's James.
Candy.
I think so. Whoever it is, let me know.
Yo, mask was dope.
Oh, it's Platts.
Oh, it's Platts.
Yeah. Sorry, Platts. You know what? I got a text off him the other day, and I was like, yeah, man, cool.
This is what I'm saying, right?
Oh, no.
Theme tunes.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
Back then, can kick up anything today. Name a theme tune today, apart from EastEnders, that's memorable.
That's memorable.
I can even name one.
That's what I'm saying.
Can't name one.
All right, sing along. Let's go.
Fighting crime.
80s as F.
I'm telling you.
Yo, Platts is a bad man, you know. Platts is a bad man.
Yo. Can I call one? Theme tune. Diesel. Have you got a Joe 90 theme tune?
Oh, that's a bad man.
Oh, no, that is
anything from them Jerry Anderson programs are bad man.
Oh, my
hold
God.
This, hold this.
Yeah.
Hold this.
Yeah, man. It's a rhythm.
Yeah, this was bad. This was tough.
I've got the album with every single theme.
I've got the album, you know.
Yeah, man. No, come on.
It's on now.
Yeah, this was bad. This was tough.
This is bad.
This could be one, you know.
Just that alone, you could imagine doing something like that.
The S, the U, the B, the E, the R.
Yo, Tech, man. Yeah. I'll vote for this.
Oh my gosh.
You get me?
Pull up. It's done, man. It's done.
Yeah, forget the rest.
Pull up.
Let's do Joe 90. Let's do Joe 90.
It's Joe 90.
It's Joe 90 for this week.
I need to copy this chat. All these ideas in the chat, I need to keep them. This is
hello, man. There's one of the ideas in the chat.
No, you lot in the chat.
Big up to Platts. Yeah, big up to Platts who came up. Was it Platts who said the Joe 90? No, it was Tech. Sorry, Tech.
Tech said Joe 90. Yeah.
Tech.
But we have to do Platts either way.
Just ask everyone to keep your ideas. We will ask again. We will.
Yeah.
This is something about the sound check. Just we like when you lot fire out and get interactive. And we pick out a little gem.
This is real user-generated content. You guys are in control.
Yeah, man.
It's your show.
Yeah,
man. All right. So as we get ready to...
We need that track, man.
Joe 90.
No.
The track. The track. The track.
You can
before
get
we do that,
my Bandcamp for $10.99.
I also want to say big respect to Junior Giscombe and to Carl McIntosh from Loose Ends for supporting the podcast as well. Salute, brothers. Thank you very much.
Salute.
We see you and appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
UK Soul royalty, man. Wicked.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. So that's a big thing.
And
so
also
big respect.
to
Video
Omar.
Dubplate, innit?
Omar.
Say that again.
Oh, sorry. No.
No, that's exclusive. That's for next week.
Oh,
next week.
Okay.
Exclusive.
We got visual dub plates now.
That's what I'm saying.
Gang and all that.
It's 5 minutes past 11. 5 minutes past 11.
Just edit that part out.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll take
if you were here, you were here.
I'll take care of that. Fellas, when are we streaming next? When can people catch us next? Dave, now, as you're in the top corner, I'm going to go to you first. When can people catch you online or on radio next, please, sir?
It's just popping up, and then you can listen 24/7 on caramelradio.com to the flavor that I like to play.
All right, there it is on screen, caramelradio.com, people. All right, boom.
Yes, indeed.
Grown Folks Grooves. When can people catch you online or on radio next, sir?
Yep, so you can catch me on Saturdays on Digital Soul Radio from 10 till noon. You can catch me on Mondays on Channel Radio from 7 till 9, right before the Real Soundcheck Podcast. And I'll be popping up on Thursdays, probably around 7 or 8 o'clock on Twitch.
Boom!
Right before Buddha Palm.
All right. Friction.
Boy, sir, lately my schedule's gone out the window, man. I aim to do Mondays and Fridays with the Fricktape Mixtape Show, but this Monday I was working on this tune. Last Friday I was in London, but yeah, Mondays and Fridays, 8 till 10, again just before Buddha Palm TV, and then Wednesdays the old school hip hop raid train. And if you're in Wolverhampton on Saturday, you can catch me and Tech live in the flesh, shelling down at the Winning Post in Whitmarines Wolves between 8 and 2 in the morning. I've been told we've got until 2, Tech.
Ooh, nice. Lovely.
All right.
Come and check us.
All right. Moving over to Tech.
Yes, sir. I will be streaming on Thursday. The usual beats, rhymes, and bass lines, 10 p.m. on Twitch. And then Friday, I'm going to have a short session on Friday, but we'll have the usual watch-alongs, 10 p.m. on Twitch again, on Buddha Palm TV. Okay. Following on from Frick.
All right. Mr. Diesel.
Every Tuesday, 9 p.m., IOSL request show. I think tomorrow I'm going to do just rare groove and slow jams.
On Twitch?
On Twitch, yep. So yeah, every Tuesday, 9 p.m. and the old school hip hop raid train every Wednesday and random pop-ups, basically.
Okay. All right. Boom. Thank you, sir. Butch Cassidy.
Sundays, 7 till 9 p.m., the B-side.
On Twitch, yeah?
On Twitch.
Boom. Nice. All right. And like Friction, my schedule's kind of going out the window a little bit over the last couple of weeks for, life. So normally I aim to be on Tuesdays, 7 till 9 p.m. and also on Wednesdays from 7 p.m. or at 7 p.m. I should say, as part of the old school hip hop raid train with Mr. Diesel, Friction, and Fire Blitz, aka Shorty Blitz. Salute to the Dandada, Shorty Blitz.
Incidentally,
and
we're going to be doing this live as well on the 4th.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Diesel, please tell them.
Talk the things, man.
4th of February at Venue Space. We'll be doing the old school hip hop raid train live. DJ Croc, Shorty Blitz, Friction, and myself, 100% old school hip hop. Apart from the Dubplate, 100%
and just remind them, 4th, right, Mr. Diesel?
Yeah, 4th of February, yeah.
At the Venue Space.
Venue Space.
And there's also a minibus travelling down from Wolves. If you want to come from the Midlands, link me up for the details about the minibus and we'll get you there and back, there and home, safely.
All right, so it looks like Ian Morlin is going to be coming. He's asking who's coming on the 4th.
Yeah, Ian's there. Dead Bob's in the building as well.
All right.
Yeah, Dead Bob's coming as well. Yeah, man. I'll see you guys on the bus then, lads.
Daz is coming as well. So
All right.
Almost full. So if you are interested, book your tickets, man. Book your tickets.
All the information's on Instagram. So.
Can we bring Butch up on the screen?
We can indeed.
Hold on.
Oh, dear,
sugar.
Oh,
I took him
Who
off.
dashed him off?
I'm so sorry.
Racism. You see that racism, Butch?
Sorry, there
That's
he is.
cold, man. That's cold.
You should have known Butch was going to come with fire. He is Mr. Brute. I never noticed that before. Is that something new?
Mr. Brute.
Mr. Brute.
Mr. Brute.
Oh, on your name on the screen. Mr. Brute.
The care package came through.
No, what was the first line?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. We should have known when we saw you come up with Mr. Brute.
The Brute smeller.
Top shelf
Brute Cassidy.
Shelf sheller, you know. That's it, Brute Cassidy.
Brute Cassidy.
Yeah, that's the one. We got Dave Knight is now Talib Kweli Kweli.
Talib Kweli Kweli.
We got Dr. Croctigan.
And now we got
Talib Kweli Kweli.
Brute Cassidy.
Talib Kweli Kweli. That's dope, man. I like that. Talib Kweli Kweli.
But really, it should be Kwele Kwele.
Talib Kweli Kweli.
You pronounce my name?
Why you don't say it right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
All right, I think it's come to that time, people. We're ready to run the track one last time, people. And we are out. We will see you at our allotted times throughout the week. All right, across Twitch, radio, and whatever platforms that we've just heard us all say that we're going to be on. Failing that, we will see you either at the weekend, out on road, at texting, or those going to the Winning Post in Wolverhampton this Saturday. Big up those who was going to the Ritzy this Saturday. DJ Shorty Blitz and Sarah Love, and Just Vibes family, Trini Gladiator. That's going to be massive.
Yep.
Other than that, we will see you either on our streams or we'll see you back here on Monday, 9 p.m. on Twitch. Don't forget, if you want to watch back, the replay will be up on YouTube by Wednesday. YouTube on Wednesday, the replay will be up. And I think normally by Tuesday, the Spotify is normally up.
Spotify will be ready in the morning for your listening pleasure.
Boom. Mr.
Also,
Diesel?
I was just going to say also, topic-wise, don't forget, like we always say, if you got anything you want us to talk about, then let us know.
Absolutely.
RichOaltTV@gmail.com.
On screen right now.
Yeah, big up to Natasha 0702 for reaching out to us. That was beautiful.
We got you, man. We got you.
Duly noted.
Yeah, we got that,
Natasha. If you want
Natasha.
to share in another way, you can just go to myalt.tv. And you'll find links to all the things. myalt.tv.
Insta.
All the things.
That's
all
the
the
website.
things.
Yeah, man.
All the things.
myalt.tv.
If you go to myalt.tv, see all of the things then.
All of the things.
All of the things. Each and every things. Everything's. Not a single thing, everything's.
Yo, enough talk. I want to hear that tune again, man. Let's go. Let's go.
No interruptions, no ones, people. Just take it in. Just take it.
You can put fires up if you want on all of that stuff, but we're not pulling up. We're not pulling
putting
up.
fire up now. Let's put some fire.
Yeah, man. Let's put it up.
Let's do
Salute, people.
From the Seven Soul.
Let's fling some cheers, man.
Yeah, man. Fling some Dutch pots. Fling some Dutch pots.
You best mind out. Watch yourself. Whole family. OTV. Real Soundcheck. Real Soundcheck. You best watch out when we come. Mind yourself. Cheers. Watch out when we come. When we come. Watch out when we come. When we come. Watch out when we come. When we come. Watch out when we come. The Real Soundcheck, you ain't heard Mr. Brown yet. Make your head swing like I put a noose around neck. Bergerac sample flip upside down yet. This ain't deep waters now, you ain't drowned yet. I can tell you're feeling this by the way your frown set. Stank face, friction, or underground vets. Veterano, soundboy, soprano. He's a made man, no need to ask why I'm going so. Sicker than you ever been. Pick a man better than, fricker down veteran. Quicker than the gentleman. Stay fly, say bye. I'ma jump jettison. Leave you numb, ketamine. Go ahead, let him in. I'ma knock 'em all down. Big city or small town. His pity is worn down. Duplicity torn down. Wash 'em, bring 'em out. Hang 'em up, let 'em dry. The Real Soundcheck, quick to kill a sound. Why?
Hey, yo, Frick. Now tell me what you started. Cause when tech grabs mics, I get bad, no rotted. The dog hearted. Drunken monk stays guarded. Real Soundcheck crew come true. We just started. The mic hooligan took a boy to school again. Wicked with the pen, my friend. Turn the youth full cars. When any man better than I think fast like Ramadan. Man and man get bruised and confused. Now they understand. It's over, man. The alt TV family. Tech got the sixth sense like M. Night Shyamalan. Wolverhampton Gramadan. Focus like a cameraman. Giant flows make my foes bitter like a Villa fan. Not about war, more time I'm on a peace ting. Would prefer to catch with a nice bottle of Riesling. Love a belly laugh and people that have me creasing. But put a mic in my hand and tech proceed with the beast.
Wait. Now let me add to the story. The Yank wants to talk, you can't ignore me. Other podcasts, yes, they seem to bore me. We're blessed and must give God the glory. The bars
2016, the words ain't dirty. Competition saying nothing, but yet they're still wordy. The show starts at 9, it's never early. And if you're running late, your mints are after 8:30. All heads bow, every tongue must confess. The real sound check's the best, no contest. Me and my brothers present the evidence. We're relevant, benevolent, straight up, intelligent. Endless like the symbol for infinity. Bringing truth just like the Holy Trinity. We take them down one by one, you know the dance is done, so watch out when we
Charlie, I see freakers flip the switch, so I might flip a burger or rack or ribs. But knowing me, I likely switch it for big bags of plantain chips. Can you dig it? And then kick back and kick off kicks to switch on and watch the Real Soundcheck on Twitch. I'm sure you know what a stitch in time saves. Subscribe to get notified on Mondays at 9 p.m. if you have some issues. And yes, this next line ends in tissues. Say sometimes you might need it. The topics discussed, Charlie, you might feel it. It's Kelly Wele boy, repping for day night. The only thing we planting is plantain. Say it right. It's all love though, like all TV family, like DiCaprio howling in the street.
Yo,
catch
it's
it
the
if you can.
brute smelling, top tier shelling. Brother like the other, the creator telling you about the real sound check. It's my turn, make I deal the deck. 7 minds with 7 hearts with 7 souls. 7 lives with 7 thoughts and 7 goals. We're coming to stamp this name in the technological podcast game. Do we fear the rest who may be about it? My name's Butch Cass, Mecatelli, I doubt it. Big building, no boy can't test. Setting the foundations of the real sound check. I got bars for days, bars for weeks. Bars for the girls, bars for the streets. It's the outlaw signing out on the dub. Light work, smash the brute, give my hands a rub.
Try for test, you get bun. Real Soundcheck Podcast #1. From Wolverhampton down to London. You don't know we do this 7 man strong. And we're talking the things. Enough talk, enough joke and rhythm get fling. No shabba here, no ting-a-ling-a-ling. Just a 7 man, them and the vibes we bring. We're smooth like the grown folks grooves and catch wreck like the one named Tech Yo. Gotta pick up the CROC and the one we call Butch to the Cassidy. We're soon to take flight and here is the one we call the Dave Knight. And I'm Mr. Diesel with the end of my diction. But before I leave, salutes to Friction.
Look, for the DJs, the MCs, the singers, the dancers, the blingers, the hot girl, the mingers, the dreadlock, the barlet, the blonde and the gingers. Fire one shot, blow! 4 busy fingers. DJ Crack come fi set it, so you can't forget it. If you dance dry, we come fi wet it. Things copacetic. If you can't take it, better go on and left it where we name. Sound check. If a song boy try disrespect, sound check. Take a dub play, chop in at the neck. Sound check. Pack up your sound and go play on cassette. Sound check. And where we name. Sound check. We are the real sound check. This is something where you just can't forget. Sound check. Kick a hole in your internet. Sound check. One time. Sound check. When me say other podcasts crew them have to move. When we come, you know it down. When we come, you know it better. Watch out when we come, you know it come. When we come, you know. Watch out when we come, you know it come. When we come, you know it better. Watch out when we come, you know it come. Tough. Watch out when we come. Oh my days! Salute, 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 brothers. Salute. Yo, salute.
The blonde and the gingers.
Oh, Sophia, come on, man! Again, we can't run it again, man. It's a long tune.
One more time.
Soon be available for you guys, man. Soon be available.
But I definitely think we should run it like as an outro or something.
Yeah, man. You know what? Salute Friction on this rhythm, you know.
Yeah, man.
Straight
The
murder.
rhythm is bad.
Straight
The rhythm
murder.
is bad.
Straight murder.
The rhythm is bad. Sorry, Ian.
Mind yourself, Croc.
Yo, now listen, I never dissed the gingers. I never dissed them. I never dissed them. I was being all-inclusive. I was being all-inclusive.
We don't want no trouble on the 4th, you know. We want it to be a peaceful gathering on the 4th. We don't
Do you
know
know what I
trouble.
mean? I don't know. No protest of all the gingers in the end.
I'm going to come in a ginger belly.
Yeah, I mean.
Orange balaclava.
Ginger lives matter. I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Some ginger on black violence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
diss track.
I'm just trying to be considerate of time. I would stay here and play that again, but I know it's 11:20, and we've been here for a long time, so we can do that for another day. I'm gonna go on. Do you know what, Friction? Just send me that, please, because I want to play it now.
You get me, yeah.
I want to play it now.
I'll drop it in there.
I want to play it now. Yeah, big up the Mingers as well. Mingers lives matter. We can't salute the Mingers. Yeah, can't leave them out. I was told you I was being inclusive, man. I was being inclusive.
Mate.
All right, people.
Need love too.
In it, they do. People, we are out. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed this week's session as much as we have. Please, if you have, tell a friend. As DJ Marvelous would say, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell our next friend. And bring someone into the dance next week. We'll be back 9 p.m. Monday. Yes, grown folks.
Sorry, because we so international, we forget. So Mingers. For everybody listening.
Just type it into AI, type it into Chat GPT. What's a Minger? Yeah. That's your homework.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought you were actually going to give us like an official definition of Mingers there.
I was.
You don't have to.
Allow it. From to pause like that, allow it. You're going to get yourself in trouble.
The eloquence can't help that word, yeah? There's no amount of eloquence that helps that word, yeah?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
The visually unfortunate. That's the best.
Visually challenged.
Yeah. Visually challenged. Something like that.
You know what? Let's leave it there. Because we wasn't dissing. We'll leave it there. We wasn't dissing. People, reality, salute. Have a blessed week. Hopefully we'll see you across the week on our streams. If not, out in person at the weekend or back here Monday, 9 p.m. UK time. Salute everybody. Stay blessed. Peace.
Peace.